What's up, everybody? Well, you know how I always do it. We're going to do my 2 minutes and then we're going to get started. So I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? No, we're not running late. We are just getting into. We're not going to be heavy tonight. We're just going to keep this mood just going nice and slow. And we're going to be like John Legend a little bit. We're going to take it nice and slow. So, without further ado, what's up, everybody? I'm glad to see that everybody's in the comments. What's up? What's up? What's up? I have a couple things that we're going to talk about tonight. Didn't get a chance to load them up because I took my little power nap, so y'all know how it is. Um, let's go to a couple little things. Um, let's see who's in the building with me tonight. Kayla, what's going on? D Star, what is the deal this evening? Zalant's in the house. Zalant, check your messages, babe. Let's see. What's up, Rachel? Miss McQueen, what's going on with you, lady? What's going on, Leander? Lee, check your messages. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Is it coming through? Because we're having like really bad weather right now. So I don't know if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool beans. What's up, Bree World? What's going on? Cool beans. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. What's good, Rachel? Let's see. There you are. Y'all give me 2-3 minutes. Y'all know. Girl doing whole productions and everything on her own. So I gotta get this together. Let's see. Copy. I need a female that's in my audience. If you would like to be a part of tonight's discussion, Leander, check it again. Cool. What's going on, Savon?
Hey, beautiful. You've got a text message.
Gotcha. I need a female in the audience that would like to actually come on and help discuss some of the topics that we're having tonight. What's wrong, Bree? Why are you sick, baby? What happened? Talk to me. I know official D Star's probably at work, so he probably can't hop on here. I really would like him to be a part of the discussion. But if you're not, let me know. I'll get the link to you. I just don't want to open it up completely yet to everybody because there's a couple things I want to go over and talk about. Your co-hostess with the mostest that boogied us down last night. She's stuck in traffic, so she'll be with us as soon as she gets there. Yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that, love, but I thank you for coming and joining us tonight. What's the discussion? The discussion we're talking about tonight. If you don't have my Instagram, I posted it and it was our different fetishes. So we're going to be talking about that. So I wanted to get a little bit of a mix. Let's see, because we're going to have, me and my co-hostess, we're of the trans experience. I wanted to have someone of the pan experience. That's why I'm inviting them, Leander, on with us tonight. I wanted the bi experience in, and I also tried to get a female in tonight too. But so far, I haven't got any ladies that want to come in and just have dialogue with us. In a few minutes, like I said, we're going to get started. Just giving everybody a few minutes to get on in here. But what I want to go over and to talk about is the misconception that people have. Let's see who done popped in on me. Somebody knocking on my back door. Who is this? Hey,
hey.
How
Can
you
hear me okay?
doing? Yes, I'm doing good.
Perfect.
But tonight's discussion, and for everyone that don't know, this is they, Leander. And the reason why I'm saying they and them is the proper pronouns to take and use. They are pansexual. I'm trying to use it correctly, so forgive me. I'm not trying to be ignorant.
Non-binary,
transgendered. So, and don't forget, on Tuesday, they will be in the house with me tonight.
Yeah.
On Tuesday. So make sure y'all come and check out the whole situation. So I'm trying to get to my notes because I did a whole bunch today. But I wanted to talk about, bisexuality. I wanted to talk about homosexuality, which is, queer, gay, nonconformant. And I wanted to talk about the intermixing when, we go from gender fluid. We're going to, the romantic sides of it, then the darker sides of it, like voyeurism, the psychological play. These are just some of the things we're going to touch on. Bondage, sensual play, if you don't know what that is. group, lingerie, of course,
Oh,
anal. And then, some people are into, they try to take and hold off on their orgasms. So it's orgasm control. Some people are
I know that's
experiencing this, and
edging.
I'm not about this. Huh, boy, baby?
I know that's edging.
Yes, or edging. Thank you for that. Fisting, which I'm quite sure everybody knows about that. Well, not know about it, but we're gonna go in there. Um, rope bondage, because there is a difference. Age play. Um, I don't know a lot about this one, but I'm quite sure it's something to do with the dominatrix world. It's called 24/7. These are just some of the topics
Oh,
that we're going to touch on tonight. Impact play, foot fetishes, because some guys and girls have foot fetishes. Um, we're not even going to go with that one. The aftercare is something that's called aftercare. Kung holing, do we know about that? Anyone? Um,
Hey, beautiful. You've got a text message.
erotic humiliation. Okay, D Star, get it from Zyla and come in. Um, racking, edge play, which is another form of orgasm control. Golden shower and scatting. Switching. Um, Jessica had said BDSM. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Um, Sub and domination. Dominatrine. Let's see. Scene or role play. Breath
mm.
control. Some people have fetishes for about being choked. And the very last one is going to be voyeurism. So I'm
Oh.
going to let all those different categories take and sink into your mind because it's going to be a little light something, something. But once we get a couple more people in, Miss McQueen, would you like to come in? Or Jessica, would you like to come in? You don't have to actually be on camera. Let's see. D Star is in here. Let me see if I can get D Star because he said he can jump in for a few minutes. Give me a second. Is there something you want to talk to them about while I'm trying to get D Star in here back? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Um, Not really. I mean, I don't think as most of you might not know, I do run my own business. It's a genderqueer styling and beauty advising business, which we'll probably get more into Tuesday during our interview. But basically, what I do, I'm actually doing a career. I've been in a career transition for about a year and a half now. I used to work heavily in social services and healthcare. But now I transition into working into fashion and beauty. So what I do is I do styling services, which include wardrobe editing. I could do edit your wardrobe, which means helping you go through your wardrobe, figure out how to use different pieces to dress, to style certain outfits. That includes accessories, handbags, hats, stuff like that. I also create different lookbooks for my clients, so I can create a personal lookbook just for you and your style. Um, and I do this all from a gender queer perspective because I identify as non-binary, which means I don't identify with either gender really. But I also bring that to all of my clients, anyone who comes across me, like however you, no matter how you identify, I challenge my clients to look past that gender
Hey,
binary to
beautiful.
really
You've
find their
got a text
style.
message.
So if you go to my website, I'm actually in the process of updating it right now, so I won't be back live until the morning. But if you go to Pass the Sugar, PASSDA, I'll put it in the comments too. You go to the site, I have virtual services.
Guess what, baby? Hold up. Let me pause you for a second because I got you.
And now I'm going to go back to my in-service services, like so in-person services. So that's why
Okay.
it's actually down right now because I have to update all of that and get that together. So that's why it's down right now.
So I'm just letting everybody know. I am in the middle of the tropical storm down here. So if the live does cut off, please don't take it as something's wrong or whatever. But we have been having really bad thunderstorms since last night. And the wind and stuff is beating up. Uh, D Star is in Orlando, so he's getting more of it than I am right now. I'm at the top half of Florida, and we're starting to get some of the bad weather now. So, like I said, if we do um, disconnect, is not because I'm trying to do anything or I got flagged for whatever like that. Unless we get a little bit too hot and heavy, but that's the reason why. Guess who just joined me, Miss Jessica? What's going on, Miss Jessica? I love the avatar.
Hey, hey, how are y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
How are you
Lord,
doing,
I'm kind of
gorgeous?
nervous.
What's
I'm
going
doing
on,
well.
Queenie?
I'm
Why are
doing
you
well.
nervous? We're doing something
Girl,
different.
these topics. I mean, there's some good topics, but I'm just like, oh wow.
Well,
You be
I'm ready to learn actually because I
you know,
don't know a lot of those, and I'm like interested in learning about them.
well, a
I,
lot of the stuff is considered to be and deemed to be taboo. So I wanted to make
yes.
sure that
Uh-huh.
people understand it's not necessarily taboo just because it's not something that you personally per se don't want to involve in. You can't deem it as being. It's just like being, in Alexander in your state, like you being non-binary. People
Mhm.
just don't want to take and accept that. You know what I'm saying? So what
Mhm.
I'm trying to do tonight is trying to, in a sense, bridge the gap just a little bit so people can understand. But the biggest topic that we're going to take into touch to in like the second half, probably, it's going to be religion to do with all of this.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I
I'm
want
ready.
people to really to take in to, that's why I'm giving it a few minutes, the first few minutes for people to get in. And I want people to understand where we're coming from. We're coming from not only from an educational, but we're going to be, joking around and having a good time with this. And I'm waiting for
Yeah.
my co-hostess to get on in here. She's stuck in
Hello, D
traffic, so I'm
Star.
giving her
Welcome,
time.
welcome.
But what's going on, D Star? How you doing?
Hey D.
I hope you're
Hello,
safe
everyone.
down there. Like,
How y'all doing?
I'm doing all
So
right.
we're
Yeah, it's a
doing
little
good.
crazy.
right? Because
I'm doing good.
Hey
I did not
baby,
know
hey
Florida
baby.
got tornado warnings. I did not know that.
Everybody,
Yes, like it's really like it's been whipping us the last 2-3 hours, and that's why I'm like running a little bit trying to
hold
get
on, y'all. I
everything
gotta fix
together.
some
Oh,
stuff real quick.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
y'all be
baby.
safe though. Be safe.
But yeah, like
Yeah,
we're
right. Be
still
safe,
required
please.
tomorrow to go to work, so I don't know how
Wait,
far.
what?
Yeah, we're still required to go to work. We haven't got the word yet that we're not not to be on the road or anything because they're not expecting it to hit us directly.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard anything different. Did you hear anything different, D Star? But that's what they're telling us. It's not supposed to hit us directly. We're just supposed to be on the east side of it. Which, if you've never been through any kind of hurricanes or tropical depressions, you don't understand the east side to be the
No,
worst
Right.
side. Yeah,
Because I get the tornado warnings here in
no, I
Chicago.
still
We
got to
get
go to
them.
work tonight.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Woo. Mm.
That's
That
what
is
I thought.
crazy.
Like, because I mean, it's common. It's just like for you being in the north, like snow comes. Y'all are not. Y'all are still
Okay.
expected
Right.
to go to work
Yeah.
because you know it's like it da 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 da. You've been through this a couple times. You need to get your butt up and go on and go to work.
I don't know, but all that wind, though, I would be too scared, yo. Like, wind
But
is a different.
what area you live in, babe?
I'm in Chicago, so like, yeah, with the snow, it could snow 30 inches. Okay, we got to go to work. We got to go to school. So,
See, my first year being there, I was super
Yeah.
scared of driving on it. So how I got acclimated into the whole situation, the restaurant industry that I was in at that time had like a huge parking lot, and they didn't have any of the dividers in there.
mhm.
So my boss at the time, before I got elevated, my boss was like, "You need to go back there and drive and slide or do whatever what you need to do up in there to get your feeling on it." And then I called my mom because my mom did a lot of traveling when she was young. She said you need to treat it, baby, like if it was a hurricane and drive on it just like you would if it was freshly raining. Because most people don't realize the first 20 minutes of rain is where all of the accidents start because all of the
Yeah.
oil and the residue rise up from the water off of the cracks of the pavement. So.
The asphalt. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So that's what I took and I did.
Well, driving in Michigan in snow, this is nothing compared to that.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow.
So, first topic of the evening. We're going to get into it. Zylant had to get off for just a second, so he'll be back joining us. But since we do have a resident bisexual gentleman on here with us this evening, um, let me get back to where I'm at. So I made a couple notes. So forgive me if I'm looking down a little bit, but yeah, this is how we're doing it tonight. So, kinks and fetishes are low key highlighting by other mainstream cultures, whether you realize it or not. For example, we use certain slangs like if in Rihanna songs, um, in the 50 Shades of Grey, because there are several different books in the series, the Red Room and going overseas. What I wanted to first start off with is bisexuality. Um, Bisexuality to me, and my definition, is completely different. And I think most people have their
Hi,
own
can you guys hear me?
definition of it. Huh? Yeah, we can hear
Can you
you.
guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. So, what is it to you? What is bisexuality? D Star.
As the main definition is dating a male and a female, but of course we're in 2000, so we've kind of extended that definition.
Hmm. So, would you
So
consider
to me,
Go
we
ahead.
fall in the category, I would say, close to pansexual, because we're just open to energy.
Okay. Zylant, bisexuality.
I agree with that.
Okay.
So I considered it before, when I was first figuring out my own sexuality. I thought it was just particularly just the two genders, and that was what it was. But going through my own life and understanding a little bit more, I made it encompass more of the community.
Got you. Jessica?
I think it is more like the energy now because the old definition doesn't go well with it today. So it is more like a presence, energy, the personality of a person that you're attracted to. So
Leander? I'm getting
Yeah, I
everybody.
think
I'm sorry. Before we go a little further, I'm getting everybody to a certain little point because I'm making a point with this. So I just want y'all to go to a certain little point and then stop, and then I'm tying everything together. So work with me, y'all. Just a second.
yeah. So for me, I think identifying now outside of that binary bisexual to me compared to how it usually is defined between like it may be like both men and women. Now it could be it's a lot more open definition with it because now that we're recognizing there are many other gender identities, I think that term is expanding now, if that makes any
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So do you feel like to the panel? Do you feel like now that how in the late 90s and the early 2000s, everybody assumed that being gay or queer was a taboo thing and it was a fetish that everybody was going through? Do you feel like that bisexuality is that new taboo fetish?
I don't think so.
Well,
I
I
don't
say
think
I
it's
can speak to
taboo.
it because I'm not bisexual, so I don't know if I could really.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not either, but I wouldn't think bisexuality would be back in the 80s and early 90s. Yes, but now,
Yeah,
I don't believe like late 90s and all that because it got to be more of a mainstream.
right.
Uh, well, yeah,
For me, growing up, I think this being anything but heterosexual was a taboo. So, and I came out in like the late 2000s. So, I know for me, growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, anything other than
You got a
heterosexual
text
was
message.
taboo.
The reason why I'm asking that is that some people um taking music, like say for instance, when Frankie Ocean first came out, Frankie Ocean, I'm just using him for instance. He came
You mean
out and
Frank
he was
Ocean?
like, I mean Frank Ocean. He came in and he was like, I'm bisexual to appeal to both sides, not to one. Not saying that he's just a gay artist or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot more times, it's so much more acceptable for women to be, not for men to be. So that's why I was saying with the whole taboo situation, like it is,
It,
it's harder for, it's easier for women to navigate through it versus someone that's male, because most men have to portray a certain look and feel, so that's why I said more on a taboo side, because guys still are not opening up to who they truly are.
Mm.
I have
That's
to agree
true
with
to
that.
a certain extent. Yeah.
Mhm.
Zalin,
Well, for me, working with inside music. Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead, baby.
Go
Any
ahead.
Either one of y'all, because both of y'all are, on the same playing field. So that's why I was asking.
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, I'll turn it over to you in a minute, Silent. But real quick, working in the music industry, as I mentioned, in my last interview with Jasmine, it's harder for you to come out as being gay doing music because the public feels like that dilutes the music. Because again, the American rule where is straight, 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 straight. So in a dominating industry, which is the music industry, it's hard to bring that side to you. So just to come out and say you gay, it's like you have to take steps. Now I do like how Lil Nas X came out because he didn't have to go through that. At first, of course, he was appealing to the women audience, and then he came out as gay. And a lot of times that's what you have to do in the game of music. You have to play that feel as straight or bisexual until you get the numbers up, and then you're able to come out as who you really are, in my opinion,
Do you feel that's unfair though?
if it makes sense. It
But do you
is.
feel that's unfair,
Yes.
Zalin?
Um, so one thing I will say, just to go back to what you said about the whole women, it being more acceptable for them to have a specific sexuality, it being not straight. There is a lot of, and you even have it with bi women where they'll say they're not attracted to bisexual men as well. So they as well have biphobia when it comes to bisexual men. So it is taboo to not just straight women, uh, but also some bi women. Not all bi women and not all women, but it is taboo in that respect. Um, in regards to Frank, uh, the thing I do agree that especially somebody that, since I'm aspiring to be in the music industry, I understand exactly what D Star is talking about. Because uh, if you, the thing is, you want to appeal to as many people as possible when it comes to making music. So you want to have as big of an audience and big of a following as possible to create a good audience and a paying subscriber base. Uh, I do think it's wrong if you don't actually represent that represent that letter of that community that you're portraying you are just to get monetary gain. Again, I cannot speak to if Frank Ocean has done that because everything I've read is that he's been with women during this time and he's only been with a man recently. So again, I can't speak on his own personal sexuality. So
I
that's
mean,
just how
it's not necessarily that we're trying to define who he is as a person, but I
no,
just feel like
I'm not saying that.
now, yeah, I'm just saying though, at this day and age, like it's 2020. Like, if you can't be a good artist and also like the same sex, why is it such a taboo subject for people? That's what I'm not understanding. And I won't say for all people, I would say mainly because everybody on the panel right now is of the Black experience. So why is it so hard for us to understand and to accept that? That's my situation, and not necessarily my gripe about it, but why is it so hard for us to understand that and just appreciate the artistry and the music? Go ahead, babe.
So if I may, because this is one of the things I actually study in college. So my minor is actually LGBTQ studies. So I studied, and then my major was sociology. And I studied, one of my main focuses in college was pretty much the Black queer experience and community. One of the things I found is prior to really like maybe the civil rights era, if you look at the Harlem Renaissance, that is all Black queer. Black queer, like no matter how you identify, trans, gay, bi, lesbian, all of that was really much encompassed with our community. It was acknowledged. It was because we were a part of the community. It wasn't about your sexuality. It wasn't about any of that. It was like, we Black in America, no matter how you identify, whatever, are you doing okay? What happened was around the 1950s, specifically with this, it's a famous Black, I guess you could call him Black preacher in the Black community, Adam Clay Powell. Very famous. He was kind of really one of the first civil rights leaders. But what happened was a lot of our civil rights leaders, unfortunately, in order to get us our rights, also wanted to go into this heteronormative perspective or attainment. And that's really where the Black community and a lot of the homophobia, transphobia we see become present. And like, when I was like, there's so much research in this. When I was saying this, like, oh my God. And if you even go back before slavery, when we were in Africa, we didn't have this idea of the idea of sexuality, like you were what you were. Like, yes, heterosexuality is some curriculum, that's how you reproduce, but you will find men having husbands or, transgender, even non-binaries. It was all a part of the culture because of white colonialism and slavery and the heteronormative perspective and the idea that if we attain to their idea of what a civilized society is, then we could gain our rights. So that's where a lot of, or I would say that's the historic foundation upon which a lot of the queer community, of which a lot of our experiences, upon which a lot of our prejudice from Black, the Black cis and hetero community comes from. They're playing into this idea set forth in our history that you have to be this way in order for Black people to get their rights completely, in order for us to be seen as human, if that makes any sense.
You've got a text message.
And then that also plays into the respectability politics that we had to live by during that time.
Exactly.
Well.
Speak up a little bit, Zylan. I can't hear you, babe.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
That speaks to the respectability politics that we had to live by during that time, because there was a gay man actually in history that was under Martin Luther King Jr. and he helped him write his speech. He helped him create the movement, but he doesn't get written about in history. You have to literally search far and few between to find articles about him and his contribution to history. So
go ahead. I like this type of stuff because you get educated with it, and everybody gets a little piece of it. So you go right on ahead. Y'all elaborate on it, but we're going to take a break in just a second. So I want you to go ahead and finish up your thought, Leander, and we're going to take a break.
So yeah, Zylan is absolutely right. Bayard Rustin. In fact, he's the one who pretty much the I Have a Dream speech, that whole thing on Washington D.C. That was all because of a gay Black man who was unapologetic to live his truth during the 1950s. That was all because of him.
See, I'm learning something.
I appreciate that. I am too.
Gay Black man.
I didn't know that.
Come on, y'all. Y'all better educate an old girl.
He was trans rights. He was all queer right. He was all of that. He was like, no. And imagine this during the 1950s, during the 1960s, in the South, not only being black, but being a gay black man, and he didn't care. Like, I'm gay,
Period.
and he was actually out from an early age. Like, I think he was born and started out around Memphis, and then he worked his way around the South and around the country. But because what happened was, I think it was in California, he got caught at the time in the backseat of a car. I think he was engaging in some type of activity with another man, and during that time, it was illegal to be gay or homosexual and all that stuff. So that got out, and then so basically the civil rights leader Martin Luther King and his other staff like, okay, we can't have you at the forefront now because you're gay, and that's not acceptable.
Gotcha.
So basically, even though
So that ties into the religion portion that I was
excluded,
going to talk about.
Yes.
even though he was excluded, he was still working behind the scenes to make sure his people, his black people, his gay people, his black gay people were still going to be included. Up until
All right.
his death, he was always black, pro queer, pro all of that.
All right, y'all. We're
And
going to be back
I'm
in.
so glad you mentioned that.
We're going to be back in just a second. I wasn't trying to cut you off. We'll be right back in a second. Waiting for my co-hostess to get situated. She just texted me. She said she just finally made it home, so she'll be with us momentarily, y'all.
Ooh, Suzanne, what in Caucasian is going on?
Yeah, I know we had to do a little light something. So, out of all of the comments, out of all of the things, we're gonna touch another little subject if y'all don't mind. Has anybody experienced voyeurism?
Yes.
D-Star, Jessica,
Yes. Yes,
does anyone
yes,
have
I
a
have.
juicy story
No,
for
Can I
that's
get a
the first.
definition for that?
Do you want a story from it or?
us? We can get a little story from
Yes.
it. Look, I just gave the topic, but we don't have to stick to the Webster dictionary version of it.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want us to, this is a free flowing topic because I really want a female to come on here because it's a couple of these things that I want to hear from a female's perspective on what's the tea. But guess who done popped in? My co-hostess.
Hey,
She came
Savon.
right on in.
Hey.
What's up, Buttercups, honey, the Divines? How y'all living today?
Hey, Shavon.
Doing good,
Baby.
honey.
Fuck me, sis. Yes. I want to watch it happen.
So
Mr. Bag,
voyeurism
lovely.
is the topic that we're on right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's Voyager.
Your favorite topic, voyeurism.
We were just
Voyeurism.
talking about bisexuality, so we're trying to tie. I'm gonna showing y'all how I'm gonna tie all this stuff in.
Can somebody give an
Mm.
example of voyeurism? Because I'm not exactly sure I understand that.
That's when you watch people having sex and being nasty and you get
Yeah.
off watching. You don't have to participate. You just like to see it all now. That's Jessica.
Oh, girl.
I've never.
Hey, wait a
Yeah, I
minute
never
now.
heard of that.
Yeah.
This is the
Now
first.
she called you out.
Yeah.
You never
Lord.
heard of voyeurism?
All right, Savon. Don't even make me start spilling for your tea
I didn't know
now.
it was called that. I didn't know.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what it's
Yes.
called.
No.
Yeah.
It's actually when you're actually like I like.
It's safer.
I'm a voyeur person myself because I like to participate. I like for people to watch me. So fans only would not be a big deal for me because it's all about me.
Yeah, there's two different. I mean, there's either you do it and have people watch you, or there's people in the audience. I'm one of the people that be in the audience.
Okay.
Well,
So
I got turned
yeah,
out by watching
I have been
a
watching.
1980s, a 1980s porn.
Oh, so that was like the mansion party I was talking about.
Yes.
yes,
So that's the correct terminology is voyeurism.
I feel like
Yeah.
that happens a lot in cruising.
Yes, it's in the sense that's
yeah,
what it is.
it does.
That's
Yeah,
cruising
it
is
can.
our term that we took and flipped
Okay.
so we can know what's talked about versus when you're around a whole bunch of mixed company. When I say mixed company, bi or straight people, and you don't want them to know what you're talking about. It's just like in my circle of friends, we don't call dick watching bird watching. So people don't only know what we're talking about that knows the lingo. That's just like definition of fish or whatever like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just-
Savon, either you gonna say something about this or what? What do you want to do? How you want this to be talked about? I mean
we're
just like
all-
an example.
girl, this is Jasmine's show, but I have never had the pleasure of watching people get it in. I've wanted to, but I've never. Okay, well, girl, you want to tell me I've seen something I haven't? Girl, tell me what I said, what I saw.
Well, I was just gonna take you back to the days of, you know, going to. Well, there's this dam here, Percy Priest Dam.
Oh, that's one person. Oh, I did have that experience, didn't I?
Yes, because you told me all about it, honey. Don't even go there, honey, because I still remember that. And I was pissed.
Okay,
I was so pissed.
When it's time for story time, I tell Lord, I forget.
It's story time now. Any other topics that we go to, you can do it.
Well, my first experience in it, Savon, do you want? I mean, Jasmine, how you want to say it? Okay,
Either way, it don't matter.
my first experience was, it was so weird. Okay, I was dating a guy who worked at an adult book.
I was in it, but didn't know that. I didn't know the name.
D, come on now.
I was in it, but I didn't know the name of it.
You the freakiest person on this panel. You should know.
I don't know. Come on, D-Star, tell us about it.
Wait a minute, hold on. Was Jessica? Did you tell us a story?
Jessica, I'm sorry.
I didn't get to finish, but no, that's okay. No, that's because we know D-Star's history is a little bit more juicy.
It is, however, I don't know if my soul ain't still healed from his bisexual night.
I know, honey. Yeah.
So Jessica, I need you to walk us into it slowly, please, so that I can be prayed up by the time D-Star get on.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was talking to a guy who worked at an adult bookstore. So that means, you know, I got to go back in the back into the theaters for free. So I just go back there. And you would just watch certain things go on, and you know, you had guys or girls lined up against the wall, and everybody's just, there's people that watched, there's people who may masturbate or do whatever on the side, and then you have the participants in the middle of the floor.
The peak.
Well, yeah, because you know, you got the glory holes, but sometimes they take the doors and leave the doors open.
Oh,
but anyway, okay.
Come on,
I proceeded to go into a theater. There was two theaters. There was a hetero straight theater, and then there was the gay theater, which is a narrow hallway in between. Okay, so you can go walk back and forth and just watch people do stuff. Okay, well, I went in there one time, and this guy came in with a woman, a cisgender woman, on a leash. He clapped his hands twice. She dropped to her knees. Clapped his hands two more times. She went on down like in right. And so, Lord Jesus,
your penis is clean, Your Highness.
So, you know, he clapped again twice. So she went down. So there was a guy, there was a row of guys in the front of her. So she proceeded to blow them. And then there was a row, and they did like a circle. So there was a row of guys behind her proceeding to penetrate her.
That's a gangbang.
Yeah. And the guy is sitting there with her, you know, he's sitting there watching. He's watching it. Yeah, he's watching her to make sure she's pleasing all these men. He's getting off on watching her pleasing these men. And then you got the whole room making a big old circle and watching. So I was in there just watching, go, oh my God, you know, she had on like I can still remember it. She had a cheetah print, sheer top, and patent leather skirt.
Jessica, you didn't reach out and grab one of them birds.
No, I did not. I came very close to almost to, but I didn't do it. So I just watched. I don't think anybody. No, because I tell you why I didn't do anything. I had a couple of coworkers in there. Couple of coworkers. I worked at Media Play Music Store at the time, so they were in there, and they were shocked to see me in there, and they kind of had to shut up. Okay. Well, the man The man, all of a sudden, like I guess he got done whatever he was doing. He clapped again and did a whistle. She raised up, and some of the guys didn't even get to finish. They were pissed off. So she got up, and he took her right out of the theater. And it was like, right. And what was really bad about her was how I remembered her. Like I told you about her top and everything. I had to work the next day, and I was a video department manager. What about she came in there and stole some of my DVDs? And I'm like, you still wearing the exact same outfit in that I saw you sucking and getting fucked in. Excuse my language. Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, she came to Media Play and stole. Yes, but we called her, but I was just sitting there laughing.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm like, okay, honey, you didn't even wash up or nothing. I mean, I could still see some of the stains on the pattern. So I was like, Lord Jesus. But that was one incident with mine. So Jesus. I know it was kind of boring, but yeah.
That was her pimp. That sounded like a pimp.
It could have been. I don't know. We never, I didn't see him the next day. She just came in the store wearing the exact same outfit and proceeded to steal some DVDs and stuff.
Actually, it's a fetish though.
Right. It's
wow.
but
it's more on the lines of BDSM because you have safe words and all that. And I work with a couple of people now that are in a relationship that they do that. So an open relationship rather.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Ooh, girl, shit, girl.
I mean, yeah, I've been
Bible at?
When you mentioned Media Play, girl, that took me way. Oh, I forgot about all of that, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I remember parking lots. Remember going around the bookstore because there would be guys on the corners jacking off, and you could pick out of the guys on the corner which one you wanted to be with.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was a whole thing down here in Nashville, baby. Honey, we used to go after the clubs, honey. We would go
after club
bookstore because we did have friends and drag queens that worked there when they weren't performing, and I forgot about that. Yeah, I did get to watch some people in those theaters, and I got shoved in one and locked in.
Yes, you did. I wasn't going to mention that, but I remember I was there.
His boyfriend.
Who?
By Jessica's boyfriend. I got locked in rooms with one of them people.
He had me. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, he came up to me. He said, let's take Savon in the back. I said, okay. I mean, I didn't know what he was planning on doing.
I was always like, girl, I'm not going back there. Oh my God, girl. And
right. She was so scared. She was like petrified. And I've watched porn and stuff, so I was a connoisseur of the porn. Okay, so I was like, okay, the tricks of the trade, we always throw like stink bombs in there to bring people out and stuff. And they had to do 8-hour increments. But we had Savon. Savon was behind me. He came up the guy I was talking to came up behind Savon and pushed her in a room with a guy and then shut the door and locked it.
Sure did. Now,
but what did you do in that room?
Unbeknownst to me, this was the same. So we would be there going to visit and bring like lunch, dinner, or whatever to his boyfriend. Yeah. And so I was like, he would always make girl walk back there and make sure they're not doing that. I'm like, bitch, I'm not going back there. No, them hoes would be looking at me like I was a good old big ass bucket of chicken, bitch. And I was like, I'm not going back there. Like, no, Jesus. And there was this one guy named Tony that came there all the time. He used to step my ass up and down. Well, I didn't realize, or I didn't know that Tony was already back there, bitch. So evidently, said boyfriend told Tony, bitch, well, I'll make sure you get to talk to her, honey. So when they were all just come back, see, Jeff didn't even know. Locked me in the damn room with Tony, honey. And Tony was just sitting there, honey, with that monstrosity out, girl. And I was like, oh. What should
and
one
that's how
do?
She did. And that's how she said it. And I was outside going, no, you can't do that to her. And then I got pushed out of the way. Yeah, I had to move. I mean, he made me leave. So I was like, okay. I was being the good girl. Trying.
Oh God! So that's y'all Fruity Loop, huh? Because that's what we call it here. It's a Fruit Loop.
It's a fruit. That's what it's called, a Fruit Loop.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the place?
Well,
Yeah, we call it a Fruit Loop because we have like a lot of the bars. Well, back in the day, all of the bars that was together is like in one big old circle. So you had the gay stroll that you would go through. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
knew that people that were standing in that area or like standing in the corner of that area, people would know that would be the Fruit Loop that you can go and get. You know,
oh,
the
so
he, she, the
our
third.
Yeah.
So
so y'all had y'all had clubs. So we had adult bookstores that was in the loop.
we could never like in the area that I'm in Pensacola, like it was banned here, so we never had the adult bookstores.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
they had we had the adult bookstores, and then that whole stroll around the whole adult bookstore was the Fruity Loop, and then also Greyhound bus station was as well.
Greyhound bus station was the key of getting all kinds of stuff.
Bitch, that's when you would get the ones that was either fresh out of jail, about to be going to their resting place of parole. If it wasn't here, honey.
No, I did. I had remember Savon. I don't know if you remember this one, but I had one alpha tagged. I didn't know it. I did not know he was underage, like 17. I think he was either 16 or 17. He ran away from home and came down to the bus station and called me and was like, well, I'm here. I'm like, why are you here? And I lived with my father at the time, and he was deployed. So, how she gonna throw that sign up real quick?
After all they just said,
These are just our thoughts and our opinions.
Just our thoughts, opinions, experiences. Okay.
These are alleged.
I didn't do nothing with this child. He finally went back home. Thank God.
Okay.
D-Star, so do you want to tell us one of yours before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, to the mansion parties. Come on, honey. Swinging on the chandelier. See ya. Come on, see ya.
I mean, I can't get deep in.
What you mean?
Eyes wide shut. You can't
just make sure to
okay.
In part 2, because I have to get ready.
Wait, what?
He has to get ready for work.
Oh, he's got.
I need D-Star to do a book. I need D-Star to do a book.
Yeah, we used a lot of the bed restraints, and whips and chains were involved. And just like Jasmine said,
I caught this shit.
My God,
we'll definitely get into that story on my next interview. Definitely.
How you gonna tease somebody like that? That is not cool.
Good old nasty trailer. Niece, I'm so scared for you and your booty hole.
Xylan, I love you, honey. I'm scared for you.
I have faith in Xylan.
I have faith in Xylan, but she got a good old
gutter butt, honey.
Oh, honey.
Wait. No.
She got
Did
a
you say
good
that out loud?
Oh Lord! Look, I'm already getting in trouble. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay,
who art in heaven, hallowed that be thy name.
I was just gonna say she got a good old experienced.
Good old season.
Very.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Oh, seasoned piece of meat.
So let me ask this, Jasmine, because I know you're talking about
words. 3 words. God bless America.
Okay, since D-Star's not gonna talk about it, and he's waiting for his book to come out. I just want to ask this question. So, Jasmine, I know you're talking about like what is considered taboo and stuff. So, are you gonna also mention incest?
Yes, that's
Look,
one of the topics. But a lot of people are not into that topic. But I'm gonna ask that topic.
Oh, why everybody leaving? My God!
If you think about it, Africa, there is that side of it that's not like I mean, where there is this side of where all parties are willing. I get where you coming, girl. I guess that's a thing too, y'all. I mean, if we gonna talk about fetishes, there is an incest fetish out there that we
they call it family. Yeah,
they call girl.
Like cousins?
Huh? Like what?
Cousins?
Like
no, honey.
Parents.
Yeah.
Like,
Parents, mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, grandmama, granddaddy.
Okay, so we're gonna take like a 2-second break.
Okay.
Jesus take the wheel. I need a break on that one right there.
Okay, because I got a story on that too. Okay.
Let me make y'all laugh for a second. Hold on, child, because
What in the white is going on?
This my baby.
Like hell I am.
And ain't nobody finna touch her.
Put me down, Patty Mayonnaise. Don't look at me like that, you unbuttered biscuit.
Oh, wow.
Jesus take the wheel. What is going on for real?
My God.
Okay,
my God.
so if y'all are just not joining us, we are talking about fetishes tonight. So I have a couple of them, and my co-hostess has a couple of them too. She can pick from some of the ones that I don't pick from. That we're just talking about topics, and if some of the people on the panel has anything to discuss or to say about it, they can. But before we jump into the one Jessica previously mentioned, I want to talk about Jesus, I can't even get it out now. I'm done.
She's got you all for clown.
She just got me right on together. I just can't even go there right now. Co-holding.
Who?
Cock-holding.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the because I don't.
Is that the cuckold? The CCKOLD?
Yes, that's when you have two males and a female. One of the males is dominant and one of the males are sub. So the sub male actually has the girlfriend that likes to see her partner gets penetrated by the male and to taste his afterwards, either in her or off of it.
What?
Yes.
I don't think
and actually, if you go to Pornhub.com and put that in.
Okay. Because they call it fetching as well. Fetching is when you. Go ahead.
And that's also a form of a cream pie.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, they call it fetching as well when you orgasm in somebody and squeeze it out into somebody else's mouth.
Ew.
Yeah, we all know.
I am learning a lot tonight.
I've seen that.
Yes, God today. Yes, God today.
Chad, this is so serious in here this evening. Any stories?
I know all about that. Yes, Lord.
I don't know about that subject. I don't want nobody stripping from somebody else's secret place.
Apologies for that.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I have had experience where
Jessica, how you gonna be quiet after you been told this
girlfriends?
Wait, Leander, you did what?
I've had experience with men who have had girlfriends and wanted to fuck me. Now, whether the girlfriends wanted to watch me or not, I've had one experience. I did have one guy try to hit on me like that. Like he was hitting on me in front of his girlfriend, which was really awkward. And then I come to find out that, according to him, like he likes to have a female, he likes to have a male, and then he just wants to fuck us both. I'm like, I've never done that before, so I'm like, like usually it's just me and the dude, and then your girl is somewhere else doing her thing, and then we do our thing, and I send you back to her.
And you be surprised, but it's actually a lot of people.
Hold on. Now with me, as long as I'm first and I'm gone, I'm good with that. But I can't sit and watch. I'm sorry, because I ain't finna taste nothing that would have been to something else.
That's what I like. Listen, well, with two men, I can't say I haven't been in that situation, but with the female, nah, I haven't been in that situation.
So that leads us to another conversation of group.
I've been in
group
one.
Sex? I'm too selfish for it.
I've been in one.
Like orgies?
Group and threesomes, yes.
I had a foursome.
Yes. It was a whole year. Every time I had sex, it was nothing but a threesome.
Woo, that's a lot. I'm sorry, but that's too many dicks coming at you at one time. I was like, wait a minute, calm down, y'all killing me. Hold on, wait a minute. Which one?
20s, I had threesomes.
Oh, okay,
orgies
you have
even,
that.
shit. Not exactly sure how that happened, but it happened.
Right. When you got a person doing oral front and then behind you eating you out.
Yep.
And then you have a fourth person sucking your toes. That is the best experience that a man can have.
Oh my God.
So you got
Oh my God, yes. It will make you feel like you're climbing up a motherfucking
I
wall.
personally don't, but I have had men fetishize about my own feet.
I mean, okay, so I got to keep this 100. And I may be on TMI, so y'all tell me if I'm being TMI. I like
Girl,
the way
we done went past that.
Okay.
I like the way I taste the beginning and the end, so I'll taste me. But she ain't tasting me, and I ain't tasting she.
Oh yeah, I don't do she. But if it's he, and him,
then yes. Everything got touched and licked at least a few times.
Well, I did we.
Is that my phone?
So
What
regardless, just like you said, Jasmine, you find somebody who tastes like, I don't know, what is that?
That's somebody's fan going. That's not mine.
That's probably the storm.
Yeah, because it's whipping up against our house and stuff too, and I got a metal roof. So if y'all hear a lot, I'm sorry.
I don't think it was me.
Jesus, take the wheel. What did I?
But yeah,
Miss
you make
Cleo.
sure that everybody in your party. See, that's
So
why you bring in the whipped cream, the chocolate.
D-Star, are you an alpha male then?
Miss Creole.
Yes, I was. Yes.
Oh, I kind of assume so.
So you prefer that everybody works for you then?
I mean, I'm sorry, D-Star, but you done got everybody just thinking. You thinking like you're the master and everybody else is
I
the
understand
submissive.
that because I think I would identify as an alpha submissive, if that makes any sense.
Alpha submissive, power bottom, whatever.
I kind of go between the
power
two.
bottom?
Power bottom. Jasmine, is that you, honey?
And I'm not. I know my limitations.
I have been, I can't lie. I've been in situations if it's right, it's right.
Right. Because whenever that feeling hits and you keep going.
That's more so when I was younger. Like, it's like, oh, child. Been there, done that. Ain't nobody got time for that now. At least for me.
I just know I did.
Like I said, when I was younger, child, I was.
But I don't, Leander, I don't see how
the queen of the street, so I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God. Because I'm like, when I was in like groups, I couldn't breathe. I was like,
I'm very pro ho. Like, I'm all like, listen.
Did you say you was pro ho?
I'm pro ho.
That's what he said.
Leander, are you a power bottom?
I'm all about, I'm an adult.
See, like,
if we consent and we consent.
My highlight and my fetish is making sure the orgasm. So if I orgasm in that room, then I've done my job.
See, that's one thing I hate. Savon knows this about me, but I only orgasm probably twice in my life.
Have we shot
only twice?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I never get there.
I haven't.
I hear you.
I have never. Just saying.
I never got. I can't say never. I only had it twice. That I got mine.
Because most guys that they can stroke and they show the fuck hate.
They really can't because I've never had no orgasm.
Wait.
Are we talking about cream?
You're talking about anal orgasm, Because if you're a top and you ain't
Right,
king,
right.
then that's different. But if you came, you got something if you top it. But if you're talking
Right.
about being bottom, that's different. It takes art. It takes a lot to get. If you and I ain't never just you ain't never just bang me the hell out and bitch. All of a sudden, I just squirted everywhere from you, baby. Now, bitch, you gotta do something else. So there ain't nothing back there that's gonna make
No.
you do anything
Exactly.
for me. For some
Yeah,
people,
it's all, yeah, because this only happened to me twice, and it was in my 20s. So
Now I can say now. Sometimes whenever I'm getting banged out, because sometimes I don't always want to be made love to. Sometimes I want you
right,
to just, you know, knock
move the
me out and go
furniture.
home. I can say a couple times I done. Oh God, Jesus, and kept going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, and this is for
Crickets.
yes, his phone done went dead again. I guess.
Damn, always at the good part.
that shit on purpose. Damn it.
Zalin, anything to
I
say?
just,
Baby?
Oh, I say what I said. I have never had an orgasm.
It's the
you,
first time for
all right.
everything.
If those legs gotta that legs gotta shake when you in the event.
Well, most men can't do that. We got to be honest. Most of these tops ain't got the talent for it.
Ooh,
Most of these booty hoes have talent for it.
oh, oh.
I mean, we got to be real.
You got on your shades tonight. You are shady.
No, girl. It's just I'm just saying, girl. This. Look, we having a real.
She right though. She's right though.
She ain't
We're
lying.
not- And my camera is being shady, bitch. Her booty hole must not be right either.
well, I mean, yeah, because like in porn, everybody always has sex, and it seems like it's clean. When you actually do real life sex, you got smells, sounds, and everything. Some things will make you lose concentration.
Did you say smells?
Yes.
Yeah, girl, have you smelt sex? I hated walking in on my parents after they done it, because honey, it smelled like damn cheese
Wait,
and shit.
Right.
No, I'm not.
Can we go back?
I'm
Can
not
we go
having
back?
that.
Can we go back?
Ho.
You did what?
Well,
Look,
well, Jessica,
Oh.
that's why you bring in.
Oh my.
But that's why you have to bring in the lube that's flavored. You got to use the condoms that's flavored. You got to make sure that you bring in the whipped cream, the strawberries.
the molasses.
Hold up.
Shit.
Hold up.
Molasses.
Let's
Molasses with the biscuits, honey. Go ahead.
first and foremost, you should be in the art of doing what you got to do, because most of the time you have the foreplay leading up to it. You should have gotten everything
Yes.
clean and ready to go. And I do understand. I've never, and maybe I'm naive when I say this, but I've never had someone to say to me that I smelled, because I make sure that stuff. And I'm not saying Jessica has. I'm just saying. But
Well,
I've never had
Right.
anyone to say to me while we're getting ready to do whatever we got to do, I smell this, that, and the third. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying,
But that
Jasmine,
comes
but
down to
I
the person, like, you, like, if I'm finna get ready to go and and then I'm already smelling, that's a
that
no go
I
for me.
then let me change that. I'll apologize on my terminology on that. It may be the pheromone, the scent smell, that smell.
That
I'm not
part,
talking
yeah.
about.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
but look,
I'm not
yeah, you walk into a room, you can tell somebody been having sex. It ain't got to be like
right.
it's shit in there.
It's not booty and hoo ha's and nothing like that, or armpits. It's like it's a different kind of pheromone in the air that you smell, and you
Exactly.
automatically know somebody had been getting it on.
And certain
All animals give off pheromones when sexually
Right.
active. So that's not
Right.
But that's the same thing when, like, okay, let's just keep it one. If we keep it at 2000, that's a certain smell that when you are attracted to a certain male, they have a certain scent about them. That's that pheromone that
Correct.
turns you on
Yes, they
to
do.
get you to the
Correct.
place that you're going to take and do what you want to do. Because if you are initially not attracted to that person, like, men in general are physically attracted. So if
Yep.
they see something that they want, they go for it. But if they don't see what they want, then they're
You
not really
mean
interested in the situation. On the other
so?
hand, with females taking a track not only by physical but hormonal too.
What about visual? Is that the same thing as physical?
The visual is more on the male aspect of it because a male can watch a porn and get off on it, but a woman can
Yeah.
read a
Okay.
book and get off on it. So
Because
it's
Uh-huh.
mental.
I know I've used the synthetic pheromone and it worked for me.
I,
So,
I don't even know where to get that at, baby.
uh,
Shayla, don't go.
Love Bound, pretty much any kind of adult place that sells lubes and stuff, they always have the section right beside the lube is the pheromone section. And they'll
Has
say for
anybody?
him, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up, baby, because I want to ask a question while you're saying that after you get done with that.
Oh, I
Go
was
ahead.
just saying there's a little section that has for him and for her. Just don't get them mixed up because you will have the wrong sex coming at you.
So, bitch, if I'm trans and I give for her, girl, how would that work? Would that
It
mix
I
works.
was
It
going to
it
ask the
works.
same question.
come out? Huh?
Get out of
Well,
get out of my head. I was going to ask that same question, but then I was
well,
also going to ask. You know how some people take and use what is it called, the popper stuff? What is it?
yes. Popper is a video head cleaner, something that you clean your VCR and electrical components with.
I heard it just basically opens you up. Like either extends your dick, makes you come, or either opens your hole up. I've
It
never used
opens
it.
your whole mind up because
I
it's killing
don't.
brain
I'm
cells.
not judging
It's
anybody who uses it, but I'm just not one of the people who believes in that. So that's not.
So
For me.
that goes back to like rose budding and stuff like that. It makes your body do that kind of stuff.
no.
No, it doesn't do
Poppers
rose budding.
is almost like you taking ecstasy. It's poppers
I'm
is
good.
you're sniffing, inhaling it, and it make it. I ain't gonna lie, I done it one time, and it felt like I had like firecrackers going off in my brain,
I feel
and
like
it
it's
was
like a Viagra for the hole.
yes. It depends on the person. Like ecstasy, if you take it enhances whatever you're doing at the moment. It's not that you're doing sex. It's whatever you're doing at the moment. So ecstasy adds play. That's what that is. That's what the poppers do.
Leander, did you say Viagra for the whole?
Yes,
That's
he
what I
did.
heard.
That's how I've heard it described as. But I don't.
So
I don't do anything past marijuana. Like
It does make you loosey goosey back there. Let's just say that.
why would you
Right.
want the whole have
Loosen
be
you up.
hard?
Listen, there are some
Because
bodies
in
out
case you
there
want to be fisted, in case you want to get
for
fisted,
fisting for those who want to take the over 12 inches. That's
Yeah.
for them girls.
yes.
Oh, well, I got walls, so
Okay, listen, okay.
You'd be surprised what you would take on that stuff. I would say that.
I've seen it. I've seen people who take
Yeah.
poppers and they have just gone to town, baby. Had
Yes.
this, all types of dildos, all types of penises, everything in them.
But it's
I've
also
seen people
on.
take full traffic cones. Yes.
Yeah,
the
I've
orange
seen that
traffic
too.
cones
I've seen that too. I've seen that too.
on poppers.
And I've seen that in person. Traffic
too, girl.
cones, Coke
It
bottles, wine bottles,
Wine bottles,
I'm
golf
glad to see him,
clubs, whole
Shayla,
jars.
you want to come in?
She probably won't do this because, honey, this is too nasty for her virgin
Shayla
self.
ain't coming in here, Shayla.
Oh, she done
It's
got a
out.
pussy.
Listen, y'all, it's out here. It's out here. Like, I'm not judging it because I believe,
I
hey,
mean,
do you.
I seen it
But it's out
on
here.
I seen it on videos. I even seen them take bats, but I just didn't think
Yes.
that was like
Wiffle
for
ball
everyday
bats.
people. I just thought that was just like a
Oh, I
a
saw
fetish.
somebody take a baseball bat before shoot. Yeah.
I've seen the wiffle ball bat, and I've seen a woman even take a whole arm up to the elbow in her
But
stuff.
like, where does it go to? Because okay, so medically speaking,
Drugs.
from the outskirts of the anal or the anal opening to the small intestines is only 13 inches.
Correct. You're right.
After that, you're going into the small intestines.
Yes.
And the small intestines technically is 2.5 feet.
That's where they're going, baby.
The large and the small intestines. So how are you taking and rearranging? And that's just craziness to me.
That's where they're going.
That's what they do. That's what they do. I always thought that too, because I used to say, well, how don't is there a limit to it? Because I've seen people take a arm all the way up to the elbow, and you can see their stomach pooch out where where the fist is hitting.
Okay, so moving along from that,
Shit.
so she done,
I
you done
don't
covered a
know.
couple of those.
This star said plunger. See, the things I don't understand how people do put things that are wooden up in any crevice, because if you get a splinter up there,
And if you can rip something really easily.
you can, like, people just be doing stuff for like show or like clout, and people are not doing a lot of these things safely.
Well, that's just like people having sex with horses and stuff.
so
It goes all the way in there.
Listen,
we're going to be right back for a commercial break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Let me go to commercial. Please, Lord.
Hold on, y'all, child.
Bring out your Bibles, girls. Guys,
baby, hold on. We need one more because we need to clear the air just a little bit because this is
Are we bringing too much information to the channel?
No, I'm just Jesus. Hold on, just
This is why I should have used a condom. Finally. Well, damn. Don't you look like your daddy?
Hey, mommy.
Oh, damn. I am your mammy, ain't I? All right, you little accident. It's time for you to make something of yourself. I ain't taking care of nobody's kids, not even my own.
Mama, I'ma call child services on you.
And have them take you away from me. Please do. You'll be doing me a favor. Now get your ass up.
Damn, Nikisha, you keep popping these kids out your coochie like you playing ping pong, bitch.
How many baby daddies you gonna have in this lifetime? I swear you just had a kid yesterday. Get your ass up, you little bastard. It's time to go make something of yourself.
That's right, because this world don't owe you shit.
I just want to sleep.
This world don't owe you shit. This world don't owe you shit. This world.
Them bones, them bones.
You did not have to put Mr. 6'8" and his people out there.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking it.
Listen, y'all got too deep for me. I had to go get my gloves, girl, because y'all was talking about fisting and going and
got the
putting
black gloves on.
I had to get my gloves on.
If it don't fit, you must have quit. Come on now. Listen.
Oh, Jasmine, girl, you know there was those who was 6'8" family.
Yeah,
Jesus take the wheel.
Jesus loves me.
All them bones clanking.
Okay,
I need
so
somebody to pray for this shit.
But there's
so
one more part of that.
Up.
Oh yeah, so
Savon, get your friend.
A wealth of knowledge. I told y'all.
This is her
area, girl. So you opened it up, girl. Jasmine, it's your fault. She's gonna give you all the content that you need.
That's just like when people they do it footing too. There's fisting and footing where they take the foot.
The foot one. Wait, people use
Yeah, they'll stick the foot in there.
Wait. Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
So wait.
My feet don't be clean out here.
So let me interject. I had that happened, not the foot. The whole fisting thing happened, and I didn't understand. He was like, "Listen, I want you." He brought up them gloves, and them gloves they came up to here, and
those are the gloves that you use on animals.
And he said,
"I'm too scared."
First, he said that he playing, no. And then he just kept pushing himself further and further. And I was like, wait, that's my hand. And he was like, I know. And I was like, so he just kept going further and further back. And I was like, bitch, if I feel your intestines or something, I'm going to lit.
All you gonna feel is this warmth.
Jessica,
Okay.
how many times
They
have
gonna
you
sell
done
you
this?
sucker things in the intestines.
Huh?
How many times have you done this, Jessica?
I haven't done it. Oh, it hadn't been done to me, rather.
So you
It
don't
But
will
know.
I
never be
do.
done to
But
me.
I do know how to do it to somebody.
Listen. And then afterwards, he was talking about I want to feel you inside me. Bitch, no, you just felt my whole goddamn arm inside of you. You ain't gonna feel nothing else because that's the biggest part of my body, bitch. Last thing I'm doing is stick my whole thumb and my whole leg and thigh up in that girl. Good night. Don't call me no more. Don't. There ain't no shame.
People have fetishes about that.
I didn't
though.
want to look. I didn't think I was going over somebody's house to help them give birth, bitch. I didn't want to be a midwife.
No, wait.
At least he was letting you use the glove because most people don't use the glove no more.
It wasn't.
Wait, what?
Don't ask me to do that, bitch. You was gonna give me a goddamn body condom.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't use the glove anymore.
Oh,
So not being funny when I say this, but you know, you know, some people like the amputees, like they take and they put those body parts inside of other people.
Yeah, the body part.
Like when
The
they
stud-
amputate it, like the stump part. Yes.
Oh,
wait.
Hold on 1 second.
Can I listen? People put if it's a hole, people will put anything up there. I've heard and witnessed a story. I think it was on Sex Sent Me to the ER. A woman put a light bulb up her vagina.
Yes.
Girl.
Did she have an idea?
For real.
A light bulb. I'm like, what on earth would possess you to put something that fragile of glass? And the doctor was saying this too because we can't do anything because if it breaks, you fucked up.
That's just like one man in a jar. The one man.
The mason jar in him?
Nope.
Yeah, and it collapsed on itself. It collapsed on itself. Nothing but blood and everything came out.
Oh,
did you say somebody took and put a whole jar inside?
Yeah,
and it
it's on. If you go online, Google. Yeah, Google it. It's a one man, one jar. One man in a jar. Just like the two girls in the cup. Yeah, that shit.
No, see, the cup was, but a jar. You put a jar up there.
Yeah, he put the jar up there. It was a huge jar too, and
glass is.
Yeah, his body was. Yeah. It was bad.
Is that like a form of self-hate though? Like I don't understand. I mean, what about the durables that people put up? You know, you remember that phase in the 90s where people
the durable.
Wait, y'all, that was a real thing?
Yes.
That's real. Yeah, that's real.
I thought that was very cartoons in South Park.
No, that was inhumane. People still do that.
I'm sure.
I don't understand it.
The scratching of the gerbil trying to get is what makes people orgasm.
So people out here ain't appreciating their walls.
Girl, you probably did some gutter bust shit too.
So is that like a pain fetish?
Who
did some good?
No, I told Shaquansha. I said she does some gutter butt stuff too.
I'm sure that hopefully she ain't did no gerbils, but ain't no telling, girl. You know her and Fat Peaches be in them streets, girl.
Out here have pain fetish because this is all just pain.
Yeah. There is one. I can't think of the name of it, but that's the pain fetish. But I forgot the name of it. It's they only have pain. It ain't really sex. It's just all about pain. Cutting, burning, branding, insertions, all kinds of pain.
No. You be saying no. And it's really
That's why you're okay. That's why you're okay.
Okay, so for real, when I thought of this and I was talking this over with myself before I shared it with my co-hostess. I was like, maybe this is going to be like something really light, and we was just gonna tip through the lilies with this or
Girl,
tulips.
you got the wrong panel to be tipping because girl, we stomp the yard, girl.
I'm sorry, Jasmine.
Girl,
I mean, hold up. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm just like I'm sitting here flabbergasted because the jar thing and
yeah,
I mean, but I should have known when the librarian showed up.
It's very bad.
Known when the librarian showed up, she was gonna give me everything that I needed.
Well, that's just like Mr. Hand. Do you know about Mr. Hand?
No.
Mr. Hand was a Boeing jetliner engineer in Seattle, Washington. There's a video. I can actually give you the video's name and everything. It's called The Farm. The Farm.
See,
I know what you're talking about.
Nope.
Well, Mr. Hand, he went to this farm, and this farm was specializing in people having sex with animals. So
you know what?
And they had a stallion. Yeah, there was a stallion there.
Bestiality.
Yes. There was a stallion there, and all the animals, when they see you, because you go out there at nighttime, and then they mate with you. Well, Mr. Hand was in the bar.
With the horse fucked that man?
Yes, and it took all his organs and shoved them. And it shoved all his organs all the way up into his lungs.
All his organs out,
Too much, honey. It did too.
I know exactly what video you're talking about. Oh my
God. Because they had horses and ponies, Shetland ponies that would give you blowjobs.
I don't.
No, but when I saw that horse go into that man, I'm like, wait a minute, wait, and he wasn't dead.
He didn't die until it was like. He agonized. I think it was like 2 days later he finally succumbed to everything because it broke and shook everything up. And it was internal bleeding.
The dick was bigger than his body.
Right. And you got to think the horse also nutted the whole time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't. That's certain.
I'm sorry.
I don't think that's a fetish at that point.
Actually, I have that video on my phone. If anybody ever wants to see it, I will send it to you.
No.
The only reason why I keep it on my phone is because my mom was the one that stumbled on this, and she wants to see it. And she comes from the healthcare field.
Yeah, she does. She really does be mama be like, girl, why
my mama tell me all kinds of stuff before I get to it, and I'll be like, damn.
Listen, I'm gonna warn y'all, if you see that video, please be advised. Like that. Ooh.
Look, we're not even promoting that video. We don't need them kind of views.
We showed up this baby.
We are good.
The type of audience
but the documentary is actually really good. But I do feel bad for those animals.
Documentary on it?
Yeah, they did a film on it. Yes, because they had to tell the whole story of Mr. Hand.
That whole got a damn documentary and Betty Wright don't got one.
Girl, I don't know. And I have the documentary on my phone as well. If you want to see it,
I do want to see the documentary.
Jessica,
because I'm just like. I don't agree with that, but like I need to like what how do you get to that point?
Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Hey, I'm gonna just set this clear. I am the most vanilla person when it comes to sex. Y'all probably won't believe me, but I am. I am the most vanilla. But I will watch some gutter butt shit. And I have seen. Yeah. So
I get to do a lick, yes.
And that is true. D-Star is right. It all started with the Caucasian community.
D-Star, that's exactly who was doing it.
That's true. It all started with the Caucasian community. You don't ever, well, it may be some with us, but I doubt it. I very seriously doubt it.
I don't think we're doing that.
Because
okay, we done. We're done with that one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good.
No, Jessica, it's not you, girl. I just can't.
I can't.
We just need a break, girl, before we go back to this.
Shayla, do you want to hop on?
That just sharing my
Because
brain.
I want to pose a question because it's something new that I think everybody can talk about. I don't know who all's into it. I think Jessica and Savon's into it, but I'm not for sure. But I know I am.
Roll out.
I gotta see
that's why I
what it is first to confirm.
Long as it ain't none of that suction cup shit.
No. Dressing in lingerie. So that's what I was going to next. Because now they have a male's lingerie line too for
they do.
like bottoms and stuff that's
they
into
do.
it. So that's why I
they
said I didn't know if Leander or Zylan was into it. So that's why I said I know we probably are because we like wearing the matching panties and bras and stuff like that. So
well, for me, yes, but I'm trying to still find like a actual brand I like.
Because the men's line is spectacular. I'm not gonna lie, is great. It's the way it clings to the body is awesome. Damn, I'm talking too damn much.
In the
I
women's
like the
line,
body
you not
style.
have no damn fupa, girl. You look a mess.
Ready to get that good corset going.
I got one.
My lingerie is gonna be pieces that hang low and flare out, girl, because them draws is the problem. Because my fupa is rich, girl. So we can't.
That makes two of us.
So wait, what is some good, like I guess, male identifying or male body lingerie lines? Because I've been really trying to. I think I found one on Instagram so far, but they're really far and few between.
T.S. Madison had one on hers. I don't know if it's specifically for you, but if you have ever looked up someone on, I think it's on Twitter. His name is the Cream something.
Oh,
he models for one.
And then I know like Daddy Couture. Daddy Couture has a good line.
I'm gonna have to look that up because it's really hard to find it for like I would say the male-born bodies. Like it's really hard to find good lingerie that's fitted for us.
If you actually take and put into Google, because they just launched like recently a one for the male's body, and it's not like the top; it's just like the ones that fit the hips, and they have the garter belts.
The garters. It has the garter and the stocking holders.
Setup.
Yeah.
Who is Coco Delicious?
Baby, she getting it in, ain't she? She telling us some things.
She is giving it. She giving me life over there, baby. I'm just loving her comment.
Okay, Coco. Wait, what? Tell me which one where you shop at? Because listen, I wear both the female and male lingerie, so shit.
Don't give me
out good sites.
It's gonna look like you a pig in a blanket. I can't do that, no ma'am.
But Leander, if you when you take and put it in, all you got to do with the female lining, what do you naturally like? Are you like a 20, 22 in guys' clothing? What is your size?
In guys' clothing, I'm at an odd sizing, so waistline I'm like a 33.
A 33?
Yeah.
So in females, you would be a 16, 18. So when you take a shop, you will be a large to an extra large. You
gotta
like the hosing and stuff.
So deduct 22 from whatever your male size is. Typically, that's how it rolls. Typically,
that's where I'm at.
But you can go like Instagram. You can follow Daddy Couture. Daddy Couture is on there, and if you look in where they follow at, there's several other lines as well.
I only really found one that's open to like everyone. So,
Zylan, are you into lingerie?
The look of feel real.
Did you say no?
No.
Would you wear
with the one-word answers?
Well, I mean, that's a good answer because his husband said he don't want number draws in there. So he said, fuck some lingerie. So
I already hardly fit into the clothes that I have to wear in the first place. I don't want to be fitting into the lingerie.
You know what? With the wrong outfit, girl, it'll make you feel like you need to get on a serious starvation diet, girl. I told you, girl, this fupa is rich. We can't like that. We gotta have flowy pieces like this girl.
Now, baby, if you can wear it, girl, go ahead and wear it. But my ass is not doing it.
So what about bondage? Anyone into bondage?
Oh no!
I would really have to.
I
want to be able to fight a hoe when they make the wrong move, and I can't. I don't.
I don't. You have to really trust somebody if you're gonna let them tie you up, because, honey, I've seen that whole basic instinct sliver shit. I'm not into that stabbing me in the back with an ice pick. So I do have. Stop it. But anyway, I do have, like, my ex. He gave me a ball gag. A ball gag. It's a ball on a gag. It wraps around your. It's like the ball is in your mouth, and then you got it tied up on you. Yeah, it's more. It's a control. It's a control thing. Yeah, it's like
I would really have to trust the guy. I would really have to trust the guy.
What Miss Queen just said on him.
She said wrapped up in saran wrap and went to work all day. I bet you that body was snatched afterwards too, all that sweating and contouring.
Who are you telling?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
it does work. It does, but it's a temporary thing because you're supposed to use being gay with it as well.
Some people say preparation H as well, but
yeah, preparation. Yeah, preparation H is supposed to be the best because it takes the tissue and makes the water come out.
So
Jessica, girl, thank you for teaching. Okay.
Have any of y'all ever been into to the cock cages?
The who?
Cock cages.
Oh, you talking about the ball imprisonment system? The cock imprisonment.
Not for me, but I have had men who are into it. I'm like, okay.
Okay,
that so does make them
educate
come
me.
intensely.
Are you a top or a bottom, Leander?
I'm a bottom.
Okay, educate me on it. What you just call it now? Is that the one with the chastity belt? What?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen
with like it's like some type of like cage around the balls or like something like that.
Oh,
I've seen the one around the penis, but I never seen one around the balls. I've seen like the cock ring that squeezes the balls and everything, and you slap it with a paddle. They like that shit.
Listen, I will say the ball rings and the cock and the ball cages, what cock cage, what you call them? Let me tell you, when it makes them come, like,
yeah, it does.
Oh
do
my
that.
fucking goodness! Like,
so what?
If you want a power shooter,
you will shoot very far.
You will shoot.
So that's edging.
It's not edging.
It's not edging because you're teasing with edging. You're teasing,
right? But with the cock ring or the cock cage, when they shoot, it makes it a lot stronger than a regular shoot. Because you have to realize for those who have like or who go to who orgasm from a penis and from testes, the testes is where the orgasm comes from. So if it's the more it's like constricted or confined, the more stronger the orgasm is going to be. The stronger that shoot's going to be.
And
so they can shoot.
Your safety goggles when y'all playing around like that.
But if you add,
you like it.
But if you add caffeine to it, it makes it even more stronger.
Yes.
Caffeine.
Yes.
Caffeine. You know, a catheter. You basically take a catheter. You can buy them in adult bookstores. It's like gauges. It's like steel rods. You can get them in different sizes, and you insert them
put in the urethra of the penis, and it makes
yes.
you shoot, baby.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can you go back to what you just said? You said they stuck it in the urethra.
Yeah, you stick it
in your urethra.
Yeah.
Girl, this is not STD testing, girl. This is not STD
but
testing.
There's some people who like that. Like
there's people that like it. You can actually buy the little steel rods, and I'm telling you, they come in different sizes. They're called gauges, so you could put them, you know, depending on the size of your urethra. Yeah.
Have you?
I'm gonna need a moment, and I'm gonna get some ice for the imaginary vision of me seeing this bullshit happen. So
I mean, I've seen a man take his pinky and stick it in there.
Wait a minute, hold on today.
He got
real dirty.
if they can stick their whole piggy in there. Like
it's for people that have like an extra large hole in there. Because I've seen people that have like really big holes, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is something going to just fall out? But yeah, you stick your pinky. That's just like docking. Docking is if when two people are uncut and they dock, they take their dicks and take the foreskin and go over both dicks.
Yeah.
Jasmine, you okay?
That's different than sticking the whole pinky in. Like
well, yeah. I mean, it's different, but yeah. I mean, yeah.
I can see a steel. I mean, I can't see it personally, but like, hey, that's you. But
they do have the steel rods about the size of a pinky.
Okay, so we're gonna take a commercial break because I did have something to say, but I don't even have it to say anymore.
Yeah, we about to get mad.
Everybody okay?
Can I?
In honor of Mr. 6'8".
I hate y'all.
In the water.
So
God's gonna trouble the water.
After that, I do need an old Negro hymn.
Yeah,
girl, we need the old fall of the drinking.
I'm sorry, I know you wasn't probably expecting. Like, wait a minute.
Do you wanna switch it up a little bit and change it to a different
Please,
story?
Lord
Okay.
Jesus.
I mean,
okay. Well, have anybody? Well, I probably the only one that done this. Been in a vampire
Jessica.
cult where
Jessica.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Girl, I remember this one. I can't. I remember.
ma'am.
I heard about vampire. Wait a
Did
minute.
she say vampire?
I've had
Yeah.
a vampire experience, but continue your question.
I tried to told y'all about Jessica. I tried to told y'all.
I knew people. Well, I know there's witches and the occult, and then there's also vampirism. So
Right.
at one point in my life, I'm not gonna go down that dark road, but at one point in my life, I was a donor for a vampire cult. So they would take a dagger and cut my back and feed off the blood that came off my back.
Jessica, girl.
Wait a minute. I just want to say, Coco said something. She said that she said she don't like those because they want to bite you and drink. Yes, and I'm like, that's what they did, girl. I was like, girl, when I found out, I was like, girl.
Yeah, there is some that will bite, but like in the group that I had, they had daggers. Even the females had daggers, and they would come and it wasn't painful. It didn't hurt. It was a weird feeling.
Ma'am.
Excuse me. Did you just say that it did not hurt?
It didn't hurt. It was like I can't explain it because when it went so quick, and then you feel the lips, the tongue, and then it was like a soothing kind of action. Because there was I don't know. It was just like a weird type of. You felt good.
What in the blood magic is going on?
And then when you look at their eyes, it was really cool to watch the pupils of the eyes when they. Yeah, it was.
I kind of want to try that. I'm not gonna lie.
Girl, just be safe, please, Lord Jesus, child. I can't do too much. I can't.
Girl, because I gotta leave the room. I gotta do this, girl. Let me be excused.
Girl.
When they bring in the babies, though, I don't like that.
Well, see, that's what we're not going to talk about. No, ma'am.
I've had a guy like bite me and kind of like suck my blood a little bit, but I've never went that far.
Oh, listen, that was a good question, T. Bless.
How much did the vampires donate? And how much did you donate, and why did you stop?
You didn't. You didn't get paid. It was just you donated. It's actually you donated. I had a family. It was the boyfriend, the girlfriend, and their little baby child.
And so
wait.
They had a baby doing that.
Right, they had a baby.
The problem was she needed me as management because I would have made sure she got a coin out of it because we don't be giving shit away for free. But I found out afterwards, so I couldn't manage this experience.
Patricia, are you Savon, is that Patricia from the Patreon?
I believe so.
I want to say yes, it is.
Did you want to come on to the panel because we are having a broad perspective? I thought legal.
Hey, Miss Patricia.
But if you want to come in, I'll send you the link on Instagram before I open it up.
If you need me to get off for a minute to give y'all a break,
you good. You good.
Okay.
You good.
We're just trying to have
you good. We're just trying to have just to open because I thought Shayla was gonna come on, but she hasn't came on yet.
Jessica, girl, we gotta talk offline, girl.
You know,
Okay.
Jessica be having some things, girl. I sit over here and I'll be like, let me sit over here in my rich white womanhood, honey, because I'll be like.
That's because my friends are the same way about me. Like, you did that? I'm like, yeah, what was the big deal?
Girl, I think I'm
me,
just interested.
The
it's not that I'm judging. It's just
like it was no judgment ever. I was just mad because I'm bitch. You know I like to watch shit. What the fuck? Why you telling me after the fact? Now I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it now because I ain't get to see it.
Savon, can you send Shayla the link?
I sure can. One moment, Shayla. I got you, boo.
Oh, child.
And Miss Patricia, I'm trying to find you now. So if send me a message, Miss Patricia, on Instagram so I can send you the link also.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next
like I said, when we first got started, I want to have a mixture of ladies and ladies, binary and trans, and I got my boys on here. I got my boy on here, and then I have my pansexual on here too. So I want a mixture of everybody. Because I don't want anybody to think that we're just coming off being one-sided because we're not.
Maybe.
I was trying to find Shayla too before I asked you to send her the link because I ain't good enough to have her number.
She was actually indisposed at the moment. She was taking.
Yeah, I know she be with her booth too, so I don't be trying to disturb her on Sundays. I know that's normally they little talk a chout, but I want to get her on here too because I know she got something to say too.
My Jesus.
So going back to the edging and stuff like that, like I have taken when I was about to take in, I've actually taken pressed and shot inside myself versus coming out.
Wait, you did?
Anybody experienced that before?
Wait, you did what, girl?
Wait, can you rewind, please? Girl,
you can shot inside yourself.
How do you shoot inside yourself?
Because the urethra, which is the technical term that the cum comes out of, if you press it right at the base, right up underneath the nuts, it shoots into the bladder versus coming out of the penis.
Oh.
I know some more unuseful shit that
that's interesting.
Yes.
Jasmine, look at my face.
I'm sorry, baby.
So you said you press under the nut.
How you figure that out?
One day I
wanted to know, but I didn't want to ask that question.
I want to know how you do it.
One day, going through transitioning, I was watching a video. And when I was watching the video, I was getting into it. But every time, I didn't know the technical term for it at that time. I didn't know it was called edging. So I was doing my thing and getting together, and I was doing my thing. And it's like every time it was like I was about to go to that point, somebody would knock on the door or something, would interrupt me.
Oh.
So I kept doing it until one time I took and pressed up underneath, and when I pressed up underneath, I still got the same sensation, but nothing came out. So I was like, well, what the hell happened? When I got up and I used the bathroom and I peed, everything came out at the same time.
Shayla, you gotta buy
It didn't hurt. It didn't sting. It was just.
So you knew my face. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it didn't hurt and it didn't sting. It was the same. It was the same type of like. It was just. I don't know how to explain it. It was not sensual or anything like that. It didn't hurt. It just.
I hate to say this, but I had that, but they didn't call it edging back in the day. Edging is what you use like tickling. Edging, you edge till you get to that point where, and then take it away. Like
stop.
Right.
You just stop.
No edging, guys.
It's just like with tickling, they do the same thing. But now I had that happen to me before, but I didn't know it was called edging as well.
Yes, because they want to make sure that they have good, nice, large, load.
I think I might have had it happen like a few times.
Yeah, if you keep getting interrupted or something scares you or something, it kind of you build and build and build. It builds.
Backfires.
Yes.
In that aspect, yes, that's what it was. But I didn't know. I didn't do it on purpose. It was something that happened to me. I didn't know I did it on purpose.
But your ass was twitching and everything.
But basically, so the dude,
and I was good afterwards, but.
You see, you had to apply pressure to like.
Hey, Shayla.
Shayla, are you okay over there?
Please send me a shot, please. I mean,
Valid. I'm sorry.
This conversation is
sorry,
serious, ain't it?
I'm learning so much from this conversation, and that's it.
Me too.
Okay, so are we going to talk about pumping since Shayla's on here now? Pumping.
See, you bringing up conversations I knew nothing about. Come on with it, Jessica.
Well, they have, like they have a penis pump for men, and they have a vagina pump for women.
Ooh,
yeah.
I never knew about
they had a vagina pump.
Yeah, it's the lips. It just it sits over, and you keep pump it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they look like Kardashian lips when you're done.
That's basically.
What is the purpose of it?
That's a thing. That's a thing that people like. It makes you look like
lips.
Yeah, it looks like wax lip, like you got wax lips down there.
Oh,
you can get that at a bookstore too.
Okay, I thought you was going to be talking about how to do the nipple pumps. I thought that's what you was talking about.
Oh yeah, they do have the nipple pump. No, I didn't think about that, but it's just like it just puckers up your lips.
I know down there. I don't need that.
You have enough what?
I have enough going on down there. I don't need that.
Excuse me, girl.
She said, "I'm blessed and fruitful already. There's no more."
Patricia said it's she's seen one that's where the vagina it stimulates the clitoris.
Well, mine is pierced, so I really don't need any more of that.
Did you say?
Oh no, Dan.
Yes, she did.
So you need to talk about that, Shayla, because I had women I've talked to, and they said they can't even walk up down steps without.
Oh, because it's so sensitive sometimes.
Right.
Like sometimes you can sit down, and it's all of a sudden like a.
Yeah.
Damn.
So is that why some people get like the taint pierced?
Yeah. The taint. The taint is the little space in between the anus and your ball sack.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to make. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the quickest way to get. If you let me tell you to get.
Too,
yeah, but let me tell you to get if you don't want to suck dick or something. If you want to get out of it real easily, honey, just mess with the tank. Go down there, blow on the tank, lick the tank. They'll nut quick.
It's true. Because when I've been trying to get out some shit, that was my go-to place. Like,
there's been times I'm like, I'm not in the mood.
I'm tired.
There she go.
Girl. What she say? What the hell for say?
She got my dad on there.
Shayla assisted with a pussy.
Damn. She's so stupid.
Now we see why you hang around the girls, girl.
Okay.
So tonight was very impromptu because we have been spending the last 2 weeks on nothing but all of the topics on the outside. I wanted us to really break away from that and to have like
internal
so
sessions.
look, Jessica, don't take this the wrong way when I say this. Take it in love. But I am so glad you're the freak that you are, because you are giving us so much education right now. Like, I am so thankful that you're here tonight. And it's refreshing that we all could do the oohs and ahs because we're learning something. So y'all know how I am. I'm one of them type of people. I like to share the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the information you're giving us. So, girl, if you have, just sometimes just give me a disclaimer. Say, hey, ho, we about to go there. I could put on the seatbelt and I'd be like, okay, y'all, we finna wrap it up.
Not for saying for work and stuff. Yeah, I get it.
Because you know, this is what we want to do. We want to tiptoe, but see, you want to.
Y'all like, oh, she's so meek. Okay, find the right topic, girl. She gonna jump right on in, bitch. She ain't testing the water. She got her. It's like she's jumping. She's skinny dipping. Just boom. I'm here. Let's get started.
Look, Lita said they learning something. Zalin saying he learning something. Like all of us is learning something, and everybody in the comments and is enjoyed it. So
Coco Delicious, girl.
I heard that. That's why she said she don't want that pump, because some of those lips do be looking like they could be flat tires.
No, not that one.
About that.
That one, not that one.
The one above what Patricia just commented.
Oh, she said, never have I ever tried a pussy pump.
Girl, Coco Delicious said, I remember when Adam for Adam was popping, I would set up an anonymous war group.
Where's that at?
Wait a minute, but she would, and so she can go out there and watch him.
Child.
I want to find out when she would set up an anonymous page on Adam for Adam.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, we trying to see, like Coco said that. So Coco wants to go out there and see the girls play.
She said yes.
Yeah, I see. I told y'all I like
people do that on Grindr all the time.
So if y'all are just not joining us, the topic tonight is fetish. And we're just talking about different. We're just talking about different things to go along with it. And Spilly got the invite too. Spilly already knows, but I know Spilly be working 5 and 6 things at one time. So
after what the YouTube Brat Pack put Spill It and Milan Treasure through on
Friday,
girl, I wouldn't fuck with us, honey. I'd be like, oh hell no.
Okay. But I do want to let everybody know we are just decompressing from a lot that's going on, and me and D-Star are going through a tropical depression. So y'all, at any time if my internet and stuff go out, y'all, it's not me. It's the Lord saying that it's time for us to get off here. So the show may get ended, but I'm enjoying this. It's very educational, and I just hope and pray that everybody on the panel can jump in whenever they deem that they want to jump in. It's nothing that you absolutely have to do. It's always a pleasure to have my girl Shayla here with us. She is an ally for our community, and it's always a blessing to have her here with us because she gives us a different perspective from what everybody else's perspective is. I'm enjoying having Jessica with the wealth of knowledge that she has. She's enlightening us. And my baby's island, he's not speaking a whole bunch, but he's giving us them that one line punches and everything. So we're enjoying that too. And Leander, they are just enjoying everything that they're learning too. And then my co-host, she done got here, so she done came in wrecking shop with her shop back, trying to pray the crazy away, and she done had gloves and everything.
Dirty in here.
But y'all know how we do it. Like,
clean the shit up, honey.
Because I'm not finna do no 6-hour thing that somebody had last night.
What you won't do is shade the fact that I'm the Energizer Bunny and I'm long lasting. That's what you're not.
And D-Star always come through, but then something always wrong. Him and Mr. 6'8", they always got the ratchet internet connections and phones, so they just plug in and out, and then I gotta go, and then they don't So we're gonna keep them in prayer
Well,
too.
I will defend mine and say that it's gonna be messed up when it's not on yard. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm enjoying the whole.
Oh my!
Everybody
Tigers and Bears.
So I appreciate you so much tonight. Like I so appreciate you.
I love all of y'all. I mean, it's like family. Like y'all were my chosen family. So I do love y'all all. But yeah, it's just some things I picked up over the years. Yeah.
So
I picked up a whole lot, Jen.
Zala, your man got banned from Adam. Who in the hell gets banned?
I saw that, man. I don't know what he was doing.
Wait,
I'm trying to show you the signs, and you not watching these.
So quiet as it's kept, not like I can understand with him because I got kicked off a Grinder. So
you should now, honey. They done changed the whole lot.
They changed the whole.
Why did you get kicked off of Grindr? I need details because.
But that was like
I'll tell you.
That was years ago.
At the beginning of this year, I actually got kicked off. The reason why I got kicked off is that a couple guys that I wasn't into, they reported me as having a fake page.
Okay.
And I was not into them. And every time they would take and send me messages and stuff, I would be like, that's cute or whatever like that. And I didn't ask them to open up their pictures or anything. They would open up their pictures, and I'm not into bears. If people who knows the terminology, I'm not into bears and
bears, otters.
That's not my speed. So people would get upset with me when I wasn't like into that or into it, like we said earlier, like the fisting and stuff like that. I'm not into all that mess. That's just too much for me.
They were big mad at you, girl.
Yeah, so
they flag your page.
They got me right up out of there.
What the hell is an otter?
There's bears, otters, cubs.
It's like in between.
What is an otter?
Grizzly.
It's between bear and wolf.
Girl, I ain't never heard of the otter thing. I definitely
want to name these people after animals.
It's a tribe. It's a tribe.
Well, pretty much a bear. There's grizzly bear, cubs, otters, and it's a whole It depends on it's the amount. It's the amount of body hair that they have, and also their age. Their age and their like if they're like really skinny,
I know
like
it seems strange, but trust me, child. You will find some things in the communities. Like, wait a minute.
I've seen the grizzly, honey, and honey, he was like, it looked like
on Jesus.
It looked like he had a vest on, and it wasn't a vest; it was all his hair.
Come on, Jesus.
I like that. I like a good old carpet.
It's like back hair, arm hair.
If he takes care of it.
Call on Jesus.
They shampoo it, condition it, comb it, and everything.
Right, like you gotta take care of it now. Like it's not anything about bad hygiene. Like you take
you can't have psoriasis and dandruff on the body.
Those be the ones that give it to you good, honey. Don't doubt it now. Don't doubt it.
You cannot be saying all this stuff not on screen.
Yes, pull out my mini flares to give it hair.
Baby, those be the best ones, baby. The ones you least expect, baby.
Yeah, baby. I'm pretty soon I'm gonna open it up for everyone to ask the panel, or if you want to come on and ask your question.
Anybody want to ask me a question?
Girl,
before we go there,
girl, I'll be for you. Look, madam.
Right.
Hold up. Before we go there, Jessica, I do want to touch on something that's a little bit more on the serious side.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on before you ask her that.
Huh?
Oh God, I'm scared.
With everyone that's on the panel, I don't know what everybody's different experiences is.
Oh God.
So moderators, take care of that for me, please.
I mean, it does matter though, girl.
Okay, but why they had to come now? See,
I'm doing what I'm told, bitch. Bye, ho.
I can't see the comments, so if they're talking bad, oh well.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
So what I was going to ask is that with everyone on the panel, whether you have dated outside your race or not, how was it adjusting to another race's fetish? Because like with, say for instance, like you have some Muslims that only do it a certain way, or so I've been told, I'll put it like that. So some races have different fetishes. How have you dealt with it?
I love it.
Can you elaborate?
White boys like to eat the bob.
And they eat it like it's a green bean casserole, girl.
Baby, like I just
cooked it
on a platter for them.
Yeah.
Have at
it. Yes. Yes.
I can't speak on such things because I've only been with flags.
I mean, the ones I experienced were on more of the BDSM side of it. So,
girl, what the hell is that now?
Bondage.
Google it, Shayla.
Bondage, submission. Wait, no. What's the D, Jessica?
Let's say why.
It's bondage, domination, submissive,
That's all right. That's all right. I don't need to hear shit else after bondage.
50 Shades of Grey. But
that's pretty
recommended, but it's around that.
That's that's the vanilla version, the 50 Shades of Grey series.
Right. Yes, because 50 Shades of Grey is not really.
That's vanilla, girl. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it chocolate, then, girl.
It can go all the way up. Yeah. You're not supposed to do bloodletting. It's supposed to. You could do anything, but up until somebody starts bleeding, and you can't. If you have a safe word, like you can do just about anything to that person up until the point that they start bleeding, but you're not supposed to go that far. You're not supposed to go that far.
I don't want to do shit if I got to have a goddamn safe word.
Some people like it, girl.
Right? Some people do.
I mean, it's on the lines like auto asphyxiation when they like choking you and stuff.
I like that.
Me, I wouldn't do it past my race, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can only do that with like another black person.
How? I've never seen the other black people that's into that. I've never seen other black people into that. It's always been Caucasian.
I know a lot of black people that are into it.
A lot of them.
I know a lot of black people that are into it.
Well, I need to meet one of these people. Yes, we need to talk after the show.
Girl, honey, you a good old colored honey. He'll choke your ass out.
Because I'm so sorry, but baby, I'm not letting Caucasian do that to me. I'm so sorry.
So,
there's several ways of doing it, though. You don't have to put your wrist. They can do it by pressing their cock in your mouth while you're climbing.
Yeah,
right. There's different ways to do it.
It's not gagging if you can't breathe. We ain't talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
I
like I know.
When I get to that point, I want you to goddamn. I want you to.
Yes.
But I want you to have I want you to be grown. I want you to have pubic hair. I don't want that skin because then I really can't breathe. I need a little forest. I need some trees and some grass in my garden.
Not a forest.
Don't bring no concrete, girl. I don't want concrete. I need grass and give me some monkey grass or something, girl. I need.
Well, I'm the guys that I've talked to, they've always been shaved, so you're gonna be suffering, honey.
I hate when guys shave. That irritates me. Oh,
well,
it depends. I like a little trim.
Some men do it because they want to show that their size to increase their size visually.
Shit.
Girl,
and then some, and then some. No, I'm just saying that's what people say.
They do.
And then some people do that just to people just trim it. I don't mind trim.
I'm okay
with trim.
However, you doing that, it makes you seem like you're prepubescent, and
that's my problem. I had this whole thing about a kid. Like, bitch, where is it? What's going on, girl? Let me see your license.
Then I'm gonna feel like a pedophile, and I don't like that.
Oh, I'm only going down if you keep the grass cut.
Yeah.
So
because I like it cut because I don't want no musty smell because I'll gag in a heartbeat.
That means they're not taking care of it.
Yep.
That's so man don't know how to clean his body.
You ain't keep it clean.
So
Yeah,
cut
there's a
or
lot
uncut.
of them out there too, and I don't understand it. It's more of the blacks that I came across that had that strong smell down there that burns your nose, and I'm about
Oh
pissed and
my
like, get the
god!
fuck out. I'm like, because even if they, like, I had one guy, I told him, I said, you're a little strong down there, and he goes, you need a suck. I said, no, I'm not doing anything till you go in my bathroom and do it. But my thing, but my thing,
Oh
but my. Okay, I'll stop.
No. It's not what you said, bitch. You said the blacks, bitch. You got into your Caucasian mode.
Yes, you really did, Jessica. I'm so happy she has her
She said it was
picture
for
on
the
there.
blacks.
Hey, I love my black brothers and everything. I do, but there's been certain ones I have had certain ones, and there was one in particular that came in here, and I told him to go to the bathroom, but I had to throw away that washcloth because you couldn't even get that smell out.
You had to throw away the.
But hold on,
Wow.
I think this is a topic that I feel, and Jessica knows how I feel about that, because what a lot of people don't know and a lot of black men don't understand is that we don't need some lighting for this shit because you need to see, okay? Now what they don't understand is that in this crease, hold on down, in this crease area, area there, baby, crease in there, okay? You got the exact same glands that you have under your arms, so you need some deodorant there after you wash your body because those glands can smell. So it's not that they're not washing, it's not that it's not clean. They don't understand they have glands there that need antiperspirant and deodorant to ensure that they're fresh all day long. That's all it is.
Well, a lot of men have not been.
Hold on, Miss
They haven't been.
Patricia.
Huh?
Miss Patricia something else. Did y'all see what Miss Patricia said?
What she just said?
She said you gotta have well kept. Where it go? You gotta have well kept grass. One, but one day down, a bitch is gone.
It's just like having a lawn to your home. Mow it and take care of it.
Come on, Miss Patricia. Miss Patricia, I want you over
Don't
here.
get rid of it all. Just mow it and take care of it.
But wait. Why is the gray? I mean, the gray hair. Why? I mean, people got gray hair down there too.
Listen, I'm gonna speak from experience. The gray hair be the best ones. I ain't gonna lie.
So let me
If they got that one wild, crazy curly gray hair, they'll tear your ass up. I'm just
I
like,
had one with all gray hairs, and he tore my ass up from here to timber thumb.
So let
I
me
have
ask this
testimony.
So let me ask this then. So cut or uncut?
oh my god, oh my god, I love them both, but
I need to cut.
I love them both, but I love uncut. It's I want to stick a roll of quarters in there. I just think it's so great. I think it's awesome.
Oh, you a freak,
Honey, that is my fantasy
baby.
right
I know
there.
exactly what you mean too. You a freak.
Honey, it looks like a coin roller, so I just want to see how many quarters can go up in that thing.
And
Listen,
had talked about them.
I'm gonna say this. Don't
And
sleep on uncut.
if you hold it a certain way, you can blow in and it sounds like a whistle.
Bitch,
Yes. And then you can use it while you're sucking it. It becomes a second tool for you.
Yes.
It becomes a second tool. Most people don't know about that. You better use that.
I used to whistle a tune on that motherfucker. But
Baby, I use it as an ice cream cone. What's up, baby?
Now.
Linda, I need you to see what y'all want to on today.
Why, Jesus?
But you have to be careful with the uncuts because not everybody cleans their uncuts.
Yes, they
Girl,
you will have
know they Buddhists too, because some of them don't clean them hoes either.
Correct. You will have Limburger cheese. You will have everything.
Can you say that again?
Well, I would say in my experience, the uncut ones have been more clean than the cut ones.
Agreed.
I had the opposite. I'm sorry. I mean, I've been back in the day, going back to when I was in the store again.
She was running into good.
I always do the test anyway on everybody.
Right.
There's a test. The test, I'll be like, I'll grab it and go, oh, it's so cute, and then I just go, like I'm looking at my underarms or something. and I smell. And if I smell something, I'm like, okay, I'll be right back, and I never show back up if it stinks.
So they don't realize that you grabbing your keys and wallet and walking out the door?
Yes.
You ain't supposed to bring your keys. Well, you ain't supposed to bring your wallet in. You should have your keys in your pocket to begin with.
Honey, I have stuff in places you just don't know.
Bitch, Eugene, bitch, that water bag. If you ain't got a water bag,
you never know what you're gonna walk into. Let's just say that.
If I don't smell Dove when I walk in the door, we got a problem, baby.
I mean, not necessarily, because you can go and y'all can, do the whole bath and everything anyway. Because I like to make sure that everything clean if I'm going to take in. If I'm going to devour it, I need to make sure it's clean because I got.
I do too, but
this whole conversation makes me just want to not even have sex again. I swear to God,
girl, for real.
I'm just like, ugh.
I'm
gonna be like this every time one come over. I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on, let me see. What, girl?
Y'all got to make sure these people have got good hygiene because everybody
correct.
Raised right.
Correct.
I mean, am I the only one that has a cum fetish?
Oh, I love cum.
No.
Wait, when you say cum fetish,
hold on, Zyla, did you say no?
Yeah,
do you mean like swallowing? Do you mean on your face? Do you mean just?
What are you talking about? Facials? What are you talking about?
Right, facials.
All the above.
Because facials could actually clean your face off. It could
I'm not doing no
acne, clean your pores.
I'm not doing a facial because if the shit get in my eye, the shit's gonna burn.
That means you ain't eating right, girl. Feed him some pineapple.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if you eat a lot of meat, your cum is very
acidic.
Gonna burn. It's acidic and very and bitter. If you eat like fruits and vegetables, a vegan or a vegetarian, it's usually really sweet.
Baby, it's gonna be so good.
Hold up, so you swallow?
Shayla, I agree with you, girl. But how you said it, just
I don't.
in my
It
life.
depends on the man. Like
Shayla, do you swallow?
Hell no. Well,
I do.
You said that too quick. You said that too quick.
Too goddamn quick. First of all,
yeah, I don't even know why Shayla was trying to act like she.
You can't swallow everybody. You really can't.
Let me see.
Now,
wait, get to know them. I would say.
Exactly. If I know you, like if we together or if we've been fucking for a while, then okay. But I'm not just doing that for everybody now.
Well, hold on.
See, that's
Coco
me too.
said she'll gargle it. Girl,
I knew a girl that
if they shoot enough in
it'll get rid of a sore throat.
Okay. It will make you have a sore throat. Now I had a coworker of mine. She always put it on her face and go to bed with it. She uses it as a mask.
Wait, go to bed with it. Hold on now.
They said it's good for your skin.
Yeah, she would use it
for a few minutes, maybe, but go to bed.
No, she would go to bed. She would use her husband's on her face and go to bed with it like a mask.
This is her husband, so
well, and it's her. Well,
and I had to say her skin was flawless.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet that bitch pillow stank.
Like no, listen, if he eat it right.
Oh my God.
If he's eating right, it is a good facial, baby.
I just really missed that. What happened?
I said that I bet that bitch pillow stank.
I can't do it no more.
I agree with Devon. I don't know.
It's probably crusty too. You know it's crusty. You know
now
it's crusty.
You know it does sour. It does sour like milk.
Jessica.
That's why I went to bed with it.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll go to the corner.
No, ma'am. You ain't got to go to the corner.
Okay. This is why I know what I know. Jessica,
she says she knows she drunk.
Years. Friendship is like 96, y'all. So you imagine the shit that I've learned that I've not even asked to learn.
I'm gonna say this: the blacker the sweeter the juice gonna be. That's the true statement.
Hey, Vaughn, don't paint me as a bad girl like that.
No, you're not a bad girl. Your infinite wisdom is what I'm saying. You're one of those people who are just, they know you.
You said even if you didn't want to know. What the hell?
Because if I didn't want to know, I was gonna find out. Yes.
Who's saying?
Hey, so first of all, they don't look like this.
Wow.
Wait, who is that?
Bitch, take it around.
Wow.
No. You didn't see this guy on Instagram? He did that makeover challenge, and he was, oh my God.
That was one I saw today that was like that.
I don't know who that is. You know, to just send me this.
So we're about to get ready to take another commercial, but after the commercial, I want everybody to be thinking of whatever questions that they need, that they want to have asked to whoever that they would like to ask them to. You can either do it on in the comment section, or moderators, you have the link. We're going to drop the link and we're going to go from there. So we're going to take another commercial break, y'all. I'll be right back in just a second.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Yes, I love this.
I love that.
Say mine. Say mine.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Why aren't you moaning like that?
Why am I moaning?
And then you got
oh yes, huh?
Ooh.
Is that
Come on,
one
Eddie.
plan or the other one?
Yes,
God.
TikTok and smack. Oh,
Wait, who is that?
Who
Is that the Don't Rush?
I just
This is Johnny, the love doctor.
Excuse me.
I can see I'm trying to swear off men right now.
He
He just followed me on Instagram, and I feel the need to block him.
He followed you on.
Are you gonna block him?
I'm gonna give him the link to last night's show.
His name is unknown. And he answers every call.
I got one more clip that's coming out.
Good thing, Jayla. Good thing I wasn't showing my videos on it. I was getting a whole bunch of followers.
I should show it.
You better
You
get
can show
fucked
what?
out.
Nothing.
What we showing?
Who got videos? Wait, what?
Good night, Regina.
I got a question for the panel.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
This is
Good night,
this
Regina.
is
Good night, Regina.
no. This is
Bye, Miss
PG-13.
Regina.
Oh my!
No, Regina said
PG-13.
we were just saying back because Miss Regina's leaving.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Go ahead, baby.
My question is:
Thank you, Eugene.
is there such thing as being too, like, how am I say this? You can be too knowledgeable in the sex department to the point that you scare other people off. Do you believe that that is a true thing?
Girl, I think it's too late to say that now, girl.
For me, I believe that that's what's wrong with me.
I don't. But
I
okay,
know too much.
There's nothing, Jessica, there's nothing wrong with it.
With them initially.
Huh?
Do you share all this information with them initially, though?
No, but the way I present myself and the way I do tricks will tell my team.
Did you say tricks?
Okay.
Yes.
You got tricks. But Jessica, I don't think it's like anything wrong with that. Like
me either.
If you are a sexual person and you're honest with that and you're consenting and you're with another consenting adult, fuck what other people
Shayla, quit laughing at me.
Did you say?
I get it, Leander, but it's just I just wonder sometimes. Now I'm sitting thinking about all the stuff I just told all of y'all.
No, Jessica, I'm a big ass. I am pro hoe. I'm a hoe myself.
Oh,
you know Samantha Jones from Sex and the City? That's me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Suck a dick, leave it. That's
so.
What,
I was the lawyer. What was that?
The redhead.
You the one that's gay in real life.
I was Miranda. I'm Miranda. Carrie got on my goddamn nerves. She was
Carrie need to get her ass beat.
Samantha Jones, and I was a mix of Carrie because I was naive on some things too.
And so for the
Carrie gullible for no
longest,
reason.
I thought that Jessica was Charlotte, and then I learned otherwise.
Yeah, that's Samantha Jones.
No, I'm Samantha Jones. Like, I'm all about sexuality, positive sexuality, consent. Hey, do what you want to do. Like, people may not agree with what you are doing, and that's okay. But
It's
My
your
thing-
thing. Do what you
Like my
wanna do.
thing is I always think of the person. I want to make sure they experience the best, the high of their life. I'm trying to give 10 to 20 the whole time, you know. I want them to be where they can barely walk out of the room, you know. But they go, damn, that was so good, you know.
I mean, I do too until I'm ready.
And I
to
trust you
walk
do
out.
it, girl.
Really,
I trust you
bitch,
do
hurry
it.
up, get your strength back and go.
I just want everybody to reach their point. My thing is, I never met nobody as equal as me,
Yeah,
and that's hard.
Well, Jessica,
lines
you
are
might as
open,
well
y'all.
open a whole library chair with how much stuff you know.
a library, yeah.
Well, Jessica, I feel what you're coming from because, like, for me, at least even in my like own friend group, like I tend to be like the open hoe. Like, even my friends would say, like, we could just be having a conversation. You'd be like, oh yeah, I went to breakfast and then I went to work and then like, yeah, I met this dude in the parking lot and I sucked his dick. And then I went back to this. I'm like, wait. They'd be like,
You just skipped right
you
over
said
there.
you
You're
sucked
back
some
to the
dudes.
parking lot, girl. Yes.
I mean, like, what? Like, we met, we liked each other, we kicked it off, and it was what it was. Like,
Right. Like, I've done that in the parking lot and the whole
parking lot,
you know.
parks, cribs.
Yeah, I've
mama's
done that
crib,
too.
Miss
Yeah.
Shayla,
whatever,
you have a
like,
question.
it's all happened.
Question for Shayla.
Oh my!
This is what you get for hanging out with them punks.
And the question reads,
Always try to get in your bedroom, girl. No, I'm joking.
question, Shayla, if a man you're dating or fucking asks for a threesome, but with another guy, how would you feel? Does it turn you on or not?
I'm gonna say it does not, and I'm not doing it. I've had a threesome before, but it was me and another girl and a guy. 2 men, no, because if he hit it better than my man, baby.
And I'm with Shayla on there because I had somebody ask me they wanted another trans person in the threesome, and I'm like, no.
I can't do it.
Agreed.
That's a red
I
flag
will
right there. I'm
say-
As
good.
I say with all threesomes,
I will say
no, because I'm too.
I don't want another set of titties coming in my face.
See, for me, with
I could
threesomes,
deal with a sword fighter all day long, but another set of titties come flying at me, I can't do it. I'm not trying to breastfeed. I'm not drinking no milk.
oh my God.
Even if it is hotter than it's dried up.
Even pasteurized and dried up, or what do you call it, carnation instant? No, I don't want it.
She called it carnation.
I'm just being honest, honey. I can't deal with.
I'm trying to go, girl. I can't.
See,
Savon, see what you started.
for me, with the
Girl,
threesomes,
when I walked into this,
Me too.
Same girl. I ain't coming.
it was
And
already
that's
starting.
not, I made like a trans dude. I would do a trans dude because I would eat that monkey up all day long.
Oh no!
But
So,
Coco delicious
but-
now.
wait before you go there, because see, I haven't, but I wanted to, and then I judged myself real harshly, and so I haven't.
Was you
You haven't
answering
what?
the question?
She
Coco
said
delicious
the
answer.
gangbang. I haven't, but I wanted to, but then I'd be like, "Oh, bitch, you nasty fucking hoe, bitch!" Like I don't do that. Like
Define gangbang.
a whole bunch of niggas fucking you.
it's 10 or more. 10 or more people.
Actually, it could be more. Actually, I think the rule is like 4 or 5 or more. I think it's
Wait, the real question is how many Did you ever one time then, Shayla?
I beg your pardon?
How many have you had one time?
Because you said how many is it?
No, I was just asking to define it.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Savon's trying to be more vanilla, but it is actually 10 or more. Is a gangbang.
No, I thought it was 4 or more. Because it's
more than a threesome, but that's okay. I mean, I get it. But
yeah,
I'm not.
I mean, for everybody, yes.
It is so hot to watch, but I can't put myself in that situation because then I don't know. I feel some kind of way afterwards. Is how I imagine I would feel. It will be hot. I have such conflict with things like that because I also want to do other things, and then it's like I'm not mature enough because afterward I'm gonna feel away. I'm gonna go through this whole mental bullshit that I'm not prepared to go through, and so I just stay away from it. But I don't think it's wrong. It's a battle for me. I feel like if I do it, I'm gonna be on cracks and I'm gonna be on crack later, and then I'm gonna be like on the streets, and bitch, it's gonna be the start of my fall. That's how I feel.
More than 3 would get on your nerves.
Eugene, I feel like with Eugene, that is actually, that could actually happen.
I'm not going to be surprised.
But I think in that instance, y'all both gonna have to bring a bottom in because y'all can't thrive sexually. Y'all can love each other.
Because Maddie did say a top is somebody's bottom.
Yeah.
But I have known a couple to be 2 tops.
Savon, why you looking like that?
A top is somebody's bottom.
That's what
Maddie said, child.
I want her to run that by me with some clarity because I don't understand. I want to understand it.
I think she means like somebody that normally tops. If that man that he's with he'll submit to that man.
So you're saying that they're a versatile top.
So, but see, here's the thing. I believe that when you do have an emotional connection with someone and physically there are challenges, you definitely work through those challenges. You have, because that emotional connection a lot of times is so rare. I understand that part of it. I do, but it's a challenge and you got to have a resolve to it because long term, if you don't, it will be problematic.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to work if it's too...
Not long term. Because you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? You like what you like. And Eugene said he could answer. Okay, well, honey, let me hear you say it.
Because
I believe that today's top may be somebody's bottom for a specified person, but I don't think they're just going to start just bottoming across the country. I believe it is about a connection. I've actually had dudes that I've been with, and they were like, bitch, I don't want to fuck with nobody else like that.
Well, I knew a couple that was both tops. They had an understanding. So their understanding was they would always get somebody to be the third. But it wouldn't, they had rules and they always had to be together.
Oh wow.
Eugene,
I get that, Eugene. I get that he may be the only one that hit it. But I want to ask this question, but I'm gonna ask that question. I don't want to ask it on here. I want to ask it when I see you on
the live.
I don't want to ask. I'm gonna ask my question for honest people. 17 years, you got to keep some shit sacred to make it to 17 years. I would have a one-on-one conversation about that because I believe it can happen. But when you got to drive like me, bitch, the older I get, the more I want to take over. I turn it to King Kong, bitch, and that can be problematic.
Well.
Oh yeah, because in the earlier days I was a big old bitch. You would thought I was a Stepford wife, bitch. Oh, I want to be I want to bear the children and all that. Now I'm like, bitch, who can I get pregnant, bitch? I'm not trying to do that shit no more.
Well, I'm asleep.
Rest well, darling.
Oh, Jessica, have you ever
Jessica or Leander?
Yeah, Leander, do you want to answer that first?
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What
those make for some very good videos, especially when
I will continue to say I do enjoy
So
seeing
wait a
this
minute,
happen.
double penetration, do that mean something?
Wait a minute, y'all. Is Leander? Did you answer? I didn't hear.
I didn't hear an answer.
For me, no, I can't do that. I'm too tight in that area to do that.
And I'm with Leander. No, I haven't had that happen.
Can't do that.
I'm
Now, I
not
can
saying
have
I would
one.
not try, but I have had it happen.
I can't even try. I can have one in one hole and one in the other. Then we can talk about the other holes from there, but can't do
That's-
two in one hole. No.
That's when you're gonna have some additives or something like
Okay,
poppers.
and I
Poppers or
like my
something.
walls. I
Correct.
appreciate my walls very much.
And I was told I was too tight to do that, so I hurt people.
I know
okay.
I'm too tight. I'm way too tight.
See, we
I
need to
have-
have a top on. We need to have a top on here because I really need to ask those kind of questions.
I had a guy tell me, he said, you hurt me. I can't, I mean, it really did hurt. So I felt bad, and he still tries to talk to me, but he don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I need a shot.
Yeah, I got that clap back. That clap back shit for real. So.
Next question.
Damn. Well, just
I'm sorry, Jasmine. I'm sorry, but I just
Right,
always
Jasmine,
been
we sorry,
so.
baby. Like we just turned her channel to what's that show on HBO that used to come on?
Hot sex, real sex, hot sex, all that shit. Maybe I should do that channel. Maybe I should do the new channel.
Just got about to say, girl.
Jessica, get your money. Auntie, you're still muted.
You muted yourself.
Auntie, you're muted.
You muted yourself. You muted
That's
yourself.
your
It wasn't
ministry,
me.
girl. Dr. Ruth, that's your ministry.
Dr. Ruth, yes.
Yeah.
I do like sex. I do like porn. I do like all of that.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, seriously, no joking.
No, yeah.
Now start your own channel, girl, and monetize it, girl.
Well, goddamn,
Okay.
Coco.
What did she say?
Oh,
Well, Coco told us.
Coco girl, how did you do that?
If y'all read all the Coco messages, y'all will understand why.
Coco did say she did an anonymous.
Coco, how you get two big ass people like that?
But you never know what you're gonna get because I had 2 9s and a 10.
You had 2 9s and a 10.
I had
They
2
both
9s
put
and a
up in me
10.
at the same time.
I had-
No shit.
No, they didn't go in there at the same time. Hell no. I walked like that was the chat line days. I met them on the chat line. Went to their house. I opened the door and they were just standing there. And the guy said, take your clothes off and commence the sucking. And I started sucking. And I'm just saying.
Jessica, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So you've done threesomes, right?
Yes.
Have you ever been in the instant? Because I've been in this where you was in a threesome, and it was initiated by one guy, but say like it was his best friend there or whatever.
Yeah.
But in my experience with threesomes, it's always been like, okay, one guy, he hit me up and like, oh, I'm gonna have threesome. My best friend is here, or my cousins, or whoever. And you'll get there, and then you'll start with the guy who initiated the threesome, and then you'll interact with whoever the friend is. But see, in my experience, I've always found myself
leaning
more
toward-
so going toward the other person because they had the better stroke and the better dick.
Yeah, this is why the one time.
That's exactly why I said threesomes are not going to be my ministry because
one time that I was in a threesome that happened, I was like, "Bitch, I really want this hoe to stop touching me, like for real, for real."
Listen,
I was like, "Move, Get up off
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I had that actually happen. Yes. And yeah.
Hold on, and I used to feel so bad, but it's like I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you're in the midst of it. You're in the midst of it, but sometimes like your face can't. You be like, oh, here we go.
Hold on 1 second, Leander.
Somebody gonna get left out.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
You got knowledge in here. You need to bring Leanne in here and take me out because you know my dry ass ain't got shit to say, girl.
Girl, take me
Girl,
out.
hold on, Dan. Let me put Leander in. Hold on. Come on in.
Come on out.
So what's the deal? We see you over there in them comments.
You say what?
I said, what's the deal? We see you over there in them comments.
Oh no, it was a great conversation. So I think when Maddie,
your phone unfroze.
What happened?
Your phone froze, baby. We didn't hear you.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're good now.
Good. I said, so when I was younger, I remember somebody saying today's top is tomorrow's bottom, and I never really understood what it was because I was like a strict top, and you just wasn't playing with my head, like, not eating, not playing, not nothing. And then when I got with my husband, it was like I wanted to experience everything that was him. Like, okay, yeah, you can do that to me. Yeah, I want to try that with you. Yeah, I'm willing to try that with you. So it's different from like when you, I guess it's when you fall in love and you find that person, you want to experience everything it is about them. Like I want to be able to know what look turns my husband on and be like, I know I'm gonna get some because I gave that look. Like it's going down tonight. Like damn. Like so, I'm with the whole learning and all that, but. What else do you want to know that I put in the comments? Because I was commenting on me and Coco was having our own conversation, and then
I see that.
Yeah, what? It wasn't like that. He got a whole engaged fine man over there, and I got a whole husband that.
I wasn't meaning it like that. See, you taking it the wrong way. I wasn't meaning it like that. I know both of your husbands.
Can I ship him to you for about a day? Because he didn't work to me this day.
Well, that's part of marriage. Y'all don't take time off from the marriage.
I can.
You can send them to mother and mother feed them and then send them on back home to you. But that's gonna be about it.
Okay. No, about threesomes. I got tricked into a threesome. My first threesome I ever had, I got tricked into it. And
how you get tricked?
How you get tricked?
This finna
can happen.
I got tricked into it, right? So I was dating somebody. They got sick and went to the hospital. Mind you, like we was real serious. I was with them every day. So in the hospital, this guy comes to the hospital with like this elaborate bushel of roses and like all kind of stuff. And then he gets on one knee and literally proposes to the dude that I'm dating. And it happens literally in front of my face, like literally. And so I was like, okay, like he's gorgeous. Like, and the doors closed and like, it just happened.
In the hospital?
Right.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like a sick like thing. It was like a procedural thing. So,
but wait, you was dating them?
Yeah, but I didn't know they had the whole other person, right? So the other person, like, I liked them, and like, I got tricked into it.
How long was y'all dating?
Probably like 3. Like they dated us at the same time. It's a really funny story. But
y'all ain't get caught.
You say what?
Y'all ain't get caught.
No, so like
in the hospital, you don't get caught. Trust me.
They were in a like hot.
Y'all did it in a hospital?
They was in a private floor in a private room.
I see you or something? Okay.
No, it was private, like a private.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do nothing with nobody in no damn ICU now. You gonna have to be very well for me. I like you're gonna have to be very well.
So you like participation?
You say what?
You a banger too.
I'm a banger. What is a banger?
You're a bam bam.
No,
bam.
See, I'm a Craig. I like to eat booty. I really love the art of eating booty.
Leander,
you're not a pound puppy?
You say what?
Did this child just say it's easy to do it in the hospital?
It
I
is.
didn't say it's easy to do it. Well,
That's
it
what
is easy to do it
Leander
if you're in.
Leander said that.
Is it easy to do it? Yeah, it's easy to do. First of all,
It's easy. I used to work at the hospital.
your nurse is gonna come every rotation. You know the rotation. If
Right.
you in a
You know the
private room,
rotations. You know
if
when the
you in a
doctors come in,
private
they don't
room,
come
they
to
don't
doctor.
come unless you call. You have to. You just dial and they come. Ding, you know. So you got to know.
And they got
When
a
They
name
got a
on
when you
mop.
got good insurance, you could do that. They had good
There ain't
insurance.
no cameras in there.
No,
that's
no,
illegal.
that's
Girl, we would. I know it
that's
wasn't
a
no cameras when
privacy
we.
issue. No,
So
Exactly.
how I got tricked into it is we was helping them to the bathroom,
oh
and
please.
that's actually how it happened. Like the person who proposed was like they got down and they gave them some, you know, and then they was like, and then they boom, and it just kind of boomed. Like, okay, one of them.
I have a question for you, Eugene, because
My
now
thing
I'm
is,
curious. I'm
doctors
curious.
always looking at the damn
What?
blood pressure thing. So won't they know that something's going on?
Nah, they didn't.
Not if you're not hooked up to it, they don't.
Right,
They
right.
was, it was like not. It wasn't serious. It was like a procedural thing they was having. So they weren't.
Okay.
Well, I got
So
a
what's the
question.
question?
The question is,
Mhm.
I know you just got this saying you like to eat the toss of cookies, toss the salad, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I like the
So,
art of it.
do
I
you
love the art of it.
it's awesome. I love it. But do you prefer it just without flavoring or with flavoring?
I
Wait,
that's
hold
my
on.
that's my fetish. My fetish is like I like to eat booty that has been penetrated. Like the taste is like
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
It's like so it's got this wetness to it, but it's got this like it's just certain. I don't know how to describe it.
I get what you're
art.
saying. I get what you're
It's
saying.
like you
I
have
had to
your
do it
own
like
little
that. I
thing.
get it.
You know, like certain people like a musk.
you
You know, certain people are into
Yes,
like musk.
yes, that
And
smell. Yeah,
they have like certain, so it's a pheromone. No. So in the
pheromone. Yeah.
scientific of it, there's a pheromone that each thing lets out. The thing that you all are talking about in general is pheromones. Everybody has a different pheromone. Know your chemistry,
Correct.
know the balance of your
Correct.
chemistry. In that, there's a pheromone that releases for me that sends me, and it's like endorphin that just sends me into like just all in because it dry. That's my thing. You know, some people is oral. They get excited even giving or getting or receiving head. You know,
There is an art form to it. Yes, there is
you
an
got to
art
know
form.
the art of what you're doing. You
Yeah,
know,
and
each thing
if
is
you're
art. If
comfortable,
you ain't good at your art, don't do it.
right? If you're comfortable with your
It's not for
sexuality
everybody.
or with yourself, there is certain things you are extremely artful and skilled at doing. So I get
I
it.
would
I
say don't
understand.
be afraid to explore your freakiness because you'll be surprised.
You will be surprised. Yes.
Now there's just certain things that just ain't gonna never happen. For instance, like liquids, fluids, like blood, etc.
Yeah.
Like that's never gonna happen because
I was
I'm
like,
past it
actually,
now.
you
So
actually took it further than what I was actually talking, but I'm glad you told me, or told all of us, because I was actually thinking about like flavors, as in like some people like syrup or whipped cream, but you
they
took it
got
to the
some
next
bacon
level.
flavored lube. They got some bacon
Right, they got
flavored
the flavored
lube.
lubes now.
I
Bacon
did see
flavored
that.
lube. Like
I
I
did
wanted
see.
to buy it a little bit. I'm
They
not
good
gonna
for the
lie.
penis and the ants.
Now I
And
do have
everything in between.
I have the banana pudding one.
Now I got a friend. Now this is
Wait, how does that one taste?
if this
Tastes
friend
like
ever
banana
see this,
pudding.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
Because everybody banana pudding ain't good now.
But
That's
I
true
got a
too,
friend
but
that
this was
prefers
fine.
Crisco. I got a friend that prefers Crisco.
I need to get off this.
I want a velvet cake one. Do they got that?
Every month, it's like
Did you
every 5
say
minutes there's
they use
something new.
Crisco?
You say what?
Crisco.
Did you say they use Crisco?
I have a friend, like every time I go in any store and we go get oil, and I pass by Crisco, like literally I send them the picture of the bottle of Crisco because they like the flavor of Crisco, they like the texture of Crisco, and they like it. So they like it's. I guess it tastes like chicken to them. Shit, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, back in the day, that's what people used to use shortening,
It
like
depends on the flush, though. Shit.
for fit.
Hold on, wait a minute. Back in the day, they used shortening for what?
Like for
They
fisting
did.
and stuff. For fisting and stuff, you would use Crisco
The
oil.
Crisco, the large shit.
The lard. You would use
No,
the
did
shortening.
the shit you put in greens and shit.
Yep. They did use it in the
Who wants
80s.
to be stressed out like that with a fist?
Maybe they wanted that
People do
greens and
it.
cornbread. They
You
wanted
done
that
missed the
greens
whole
and
conversation.
cornbread.
You gonna have
Mean
to
green
rewind it back,
potatoes,
baby, because
I'm sorry.
they went in.
Ain't
Baby.
no way in the heck. I just got married not too long ago and started letting that go in me, a tongue and a dick. I'd be damned if you were to put a fist in my ass. No.
There's people out there. There's people out there that enjoy that.
Well, I'm not sophisticated because I like my
You
walls.
see, hold on.
Yes.
Can we look at my hand for a minute?
Yeah.
I got big hands, right?
Yes.
If I ball my fists up, and then I got long, so do they put the whole arm in with the fist?
You can,
I mean,
yeah.
you
You
know,
go.
it's
You
people
go
who
up
do
to.
whole traffic cones.
Yeah, they can go. You can go up to your elbow, and I have seen it go a little bit further past the elbow. And I have seen it with the hand completely out, and then it goes into a fist once it gets inside, and you just like
You see all
Now,
the
see,
red.
I can reach that with my tongue, honey. I don't have no problem reaching the prostate with my tongue. So we ain't even. Well, that's my with me and my husband. Mind you, when I'm talking about stuff me and my husband. I'm not being a freak, but ain't no fist finna go to my second. Ain't no fist finna go in my. Ain't no fist
people
finna
who
go
like
to my
that.
sphincter.
I'm not knocking them,
Yeah,
but it
I-
won't be me.
yeah, because I know a lot of people like the. Well, there's not everybody can hit the second door.
Coco,
The
you
sec-
so
No.
nasty.
The second door, honey, will make you jump up the wall.
Now that's a topic we need to talk about because not people can't hit these second doors like they say they can.
So
A lot
Not
of people don't even know
everybody.
about their second door.
okay,
I
so the
had it.
question, the second door. Huh? Wait. No. This hurts. My asshole started.
Hold on,
to hurt.
Shayla. Savon.
My asshole is starting. To hurt.
What are you learning?
Girl,
What are you
y'all
learning?
talking about Crisco and lard, and I was like, "Girl, we making cookies with the cookies."
That's what I wanted to know. But then
Baby,
they.
Well,
they
I
out
mean,
here, honey. They out here.
before lube was popular, that was used. Shortening, butter. Yeah.
Bitch!
Hi, Gigi. You froze. We can't hear you.
Froze.
Y'all are froze. We can't hear you.
Oh, y'all learning something tonight, y'all.
Baby, y'all are going
Y'all done
in.
learned at me a lot of stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all done learned at me.
Let me say this: any type of oil or any type of liquid, people out here using it.
Bitch, they used to use Jergens.
Jergens burn. Anything that has a fragrance, burn.
Or Vaseline.
I swear.
Or Vaseline.
Or what they used
That's
to
what
call
somebody did.
I'll use Vaseline over lotion.
Baby
all the same, but I'll use Vaseline over lotion if it comes down to it.
Let me tell you what the best.
In my question, you're both single. Okay, because I'm not single. So we can talk about it. You take a trip to the Bahamas and there are all kind of delicious willing men. Do you try something taboo or return to the US as you? Girl, first of all, we ain't got that ain't a hypothetical, bitch. I done did some shit like that when I was single. I did a lot of shit when I was single, honey. I was single, girl. I did whatever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to, on my porch bed, if I want to, on the balcony, bitch, in the swimming pool, in the jacuzzi, girl, honey, in the parking lot, on the church step.
I'm single, so I do whatever I please at that time. Like I've done riding in the car, doing stuff. I mean, I'm about that life. I love that stuff.
So do you return to the U.S.? No, girl, I'm gonna do that shit. Hell, I'm gonna use my protection, girl, and I'm gonna get into the fool la la. That's what I'm gonna do. If I was girl.
Hey now.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. But you know what? It's girl. I just gotta make sure I'm mentally prepared because I'm telling y'all.
Shayla.
Yeah.
Are you with us?
Where you go?
He said his internet was messed up.
He said his internet was
I got
messed
another
up.
question. If nobody has a
Girl,
question.
go ahead.
I'm scared.
How do people feel about, because in this day and age, we're not really in an age where people believe in monogamy anymore. How do people feel about open relationships?
Ooh, girl.
And having other
I
sexual
feel,
partners?
I personally feel
a disaster.
I feel like if you have a if you're on the same level of maturity,
correct,
and you've been in this relationship and both of y'all have the same understanding, then yes. But if you do not have that same level of maturity, then I feel like, like Shayla was saying, and like Savon was saying, like that's a recipe for disaster. Like, because if you are not secure in what you're doing and somebody tap you the right way, it's a wrap.
Done.
So for me, that actually has been a topic in my current situation, honey.
Hold on, Alexander. I mean Leander. I'm sorry, Jesus. Hold on, one baby. Go ahead, finish answering it, baby.
So that has been a topic in my particular situation, because like I said, as I've grown older, girl, I'm a little less ladylike in the bedroom than I used to be. So, there was a discussion about, do we bring someone else in to fill that gap? Because we are that couple that, two virtual tops in a sense that fell in love with each other emotionally, and we have experienced things with each other. But however, as my taste has gotten a little thicker, he's not a bottom, so he's not gonna be in there trying to be, Keisha in the bedroom every goddamn night, and that's understandably so. But I'm not mature enough to open up that bedroom because one, bitch, I don't like to play with Pandora's box, and I'm not real sure of how I deal with things because I have a very addictive personality, and I don't like to deny my things. I don't like to deny myself things when I want them. So I have to really think about that, and I be wanting to, Lord Jesus, but you're right. What if they hit it the right way, or what if I like that a little bit more than what I got going at home? How I'm gonna feel about that, or if he likes something a little bit more than what he got at home, how we gonna work that out? You know what I'm saying? I don't want no lies. I don't want no cheating. I don't want no going behind each other's back because, bitch, that I'm still Jasmine Sullivan. I'm gonna bust the windows out. I'm gonna do some real ratchet shit still. So,
with it.
But that's why
Hold on, Zalin.
Because I can't process it.
Hold on, Zalin. Okay.
I think when you get to a
Hello,
level,
Coco.
Hey,
Go ahead, baby.
Miss
Go ahead,
Jen.
Eugene.
Hey, panel. Go ahead, Eugene.
I think when you get to a level of maturity, and definite, some people have the mindset of an open relationship, and I think they misname it as something that it's not, because I'm not opening my relationship up to anybody for anything.
Right.
But I will have an understanding with my husband or my other half on what my needs, what my desires, what your needs, what your desires.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, mannequin challenge.
During our anniversary.
You're being summoned to the living room as well.
Oh, I want to say that.
I don't know what the message is.
And it got to be storming.
I don't know what that is. But through our relationship, and we talk to each other about where we are, where we were, what we want to do, what we don't like, what we need to change. And we do a year evaluation every year about, even if we want to stay together, what's changed? Why I don't want to be with you. Of course, we're married, so marriage is forever. But I have liked you during the last year. And during that last year, this is what I feel. And, we opened that. So I think we opened that to each other. So I think it's more of I need you to have an understanding of my needs. I need to understand your needs, and we need to agree that this is what, rather than in our relationship, because my relationship isn't open, my marriage isn't open, but my needs and what I need and my sexual gratification as being a sexual being are different. And that's a conversation that you and only you and your partner, or you and your other half, can have and agree upon. And until you agree upon it, no matter how long that takes, just wait until that can happen.
Well, I can't say this. We've discussed it. He's cool. He's good. He's mature enough to be there. He's younger than me, and he's also mature enough. Like, baby, if that's what you need, I get it. I'm still gonna be here. That's not the relationship. That's just what you need. He's there. It's just me.
Okay. Well, your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yeah.
What is the mannequin challenge? Please, somebody inform me, because they make me work all day, so I don't get to do too
your
much.
phone freezes up.
Oh,
that's when you just stand still, like Savon's crazy ass doing right now.
This heifer over here in this corner.
Stand her ass.
This heifer in this corner, Jesus.
Oh Lord. Y'all having a party. I'm still a little bit upset about that, Eugene, but I'm gonna be all right. I'll be there.
Okay, so let me tell you about the party, right?
No, don't do it. Because I gotta say about Chi-Chi, no.
No.
And what Chi-Chi was gonna say?
Yeah,
what Chi-Chi was gonna say? What? Chi-Chi got on. I don't know what Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, what was you gonna say?
When Chi-Chi got on, you froze. We didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
That whole's energy made the whole internet fucked it up. I think that was the question to the panel. How often do you think sex? How often do you think of sex? Do you have a high sex drive? If it is high, are you considered a sex addict? For me,
that's a real difference between high sex drive and a sex addict. A very big difference.
Yeah.
I was
I'm a borderline nympho.
I was a sex addict when I'm a workaholic. I'm a person who likes to, constantly be in motion. And when stuff doesn't seem like it's succeeding, I would go into that space of sex and liquor. So for me, I was a sex addict. I was a great hoe at it too. But in the interim of that, it's like, how often do I think of sex? I think I can't speak for I jack off every day, whether we have sex every day or not. So I don't necessarily know if it's that, or I have in the back of my mind that if you jack off every day, it'll prevent prostate cancer. Because I think that'd be why, like, a lot of the older people don't like I don't know. That's just kind of like one of the things in my head.
I do feel like and this is just me personally, I feel like when there's a whole lot of masturbation going on without your partner, I believe that can create a divide. I think that you have to allow some of that build up for the connection between you. Some people do that, and then I think if it's too much, I think it is. If it's a situation where if it gets to a point, not with everybody, but I think it can get to a point where you do it so much, and then when y'all together, y'all not really bonding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want it, but you're not saying nothing. You would just rather go jack off, and then the connection that you guys have, it's affected. For some people,
no, mine's totally opposite. Like, for me, it's like, okay, I can please me in like 3 seconds flat, and okay, I'm great. But I
but
gotta
some
make
people do that. But see, but some people
That's
do
true.
that.
What
Some
Savon is
people do
saying
that.
is true.
And some people do that. They can please themselves in 3 seconds, right? And then when you busy and you working and you are career oriented, and then you look at your relationship and you realize 3 months then went past and y'all ain't even fucked each other.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen, honey. At
But
least
what I'm saying is, for some people, that's the way it is. So it can't. You know what I'm saying? For some people.
But that's like anything. You gotta have balance. You gotta have balance. Like that. I think part of what the pandemic has taught me is that I have to have balance in everything I do, because we overdo, we overeat, overwork, over. So part of that is balance. Like, okay, if you're going, I just need that little one hit and I'm good. You know, if I
well, that's the lead.
I just want to chime in real quick.
What'd you say, Coco?
Now, my fiance and we both have high sex drive. So I have a problem when he masturbates and doesn't allow me to help. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I have.
Why would you have a problem with that? Like,
to
me, masturbation is personal. Like, if I wanted you to be there, I would have asked you for some. I want this moment to myself, by myself, because I don't want to have to worry about pleasing you. That's why I masturbated. If I wanted you there, I would want to please you as well. That's the act of sex. Masturbating, that's selfish. That's my own hand, my own stuff, my own.
But I
don't want to.
But I can kind of see what Coco is saying. Because that's actually it's a bond or something that you share with that person. It's on an intimate level. You just want to be there and experience that with them. I mean,
so let me say this though. So with that being said, what about this? What if you want that? If you're with that person, like during this whole epidemic, when we were shut down and everything, well, most people were shut down, and you were with, your significant other for days and days on end, especially if you wasn't really allowed to go places or whatever like that, you wouldn't crave that a long time so you can just be by yourself? Because I know a lot of us work at 2 different places and we don't work with our partners because that creates that want to be with that person. So you don't think that wanting to, sometimes you just want to be by yourself to do something that you can say that this is my time for me. So is it wrong? Is it selfish for thinking like that?
No, Jasmine, I won't say it's selfish, because I definitely understand where you're coming from and I can see your point of view. But on my end, it just feels like I'm being excluded from something important. And that's just how it makes me feel personally.
Gotcha.
But I definitely understand your view, because I do, sometimes want to have time to myself as well, because we live together. So
I used to feel that way in the beginning. Like, bitch, I'm sitting right here. What the fuck you mean? What the fuck?
Exactly. I'm sitting right here. And you roll over and you looking like, hold on, I'm laying right here. What are you doing?
Right. Like right here, honey. A mouth right here. Why is you doing that? Like, I got a whole throat.
Right. Esophagus and all that.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you just have to have that, like, I call it the one time with yourself, because okay, I'm put myself out there for a second. Like me, I am a borderline nympho, or I was, until I learned how to control it. So me having one-on-one time was a way for me to get that under grips for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like whenever I'm involved with someone that I'm not gonna get like that again, because if I'm craving you, I want you still. You know what I'm saying? So when I stop craving you, then I don't need to be with you.
I hate to say
I just want to watch. And on that note, y'all, I love y'all, but I do have a dick that I gotta go tend to.
Love you, Auntie.
Okay, all right, bye.
Thank you, co-host.
Mwah. I have to say, like with me, it got to be bad for me, just for me. Okay, all the alone time and me knowing how to do myself within that 3 seconds or whatever, it got to be where it's hard for somebody, if I'm with somebody, for them to please me. So it just got boring to me.
Silent, Shayla.
I still love them, but it's boring.
What? The question?
Yes, the question.
Oh, I have I think about sex a lot, but I don't know if I necessarily have a high sex drive.
You said you don't necessarily have a high sex drive?
Yeah, not really.
Or if somebody haven't tapped into it yet.
What is a high sex drive? What is considered a high sex drive?
You want it all day, every day, 24/7, 300.
You can do it. You can do it anytime.
That is a nympho. That's not necessarily a high sex drive. A high sex drive is that you can go 2 and 3 hours at one time, but being a nympho is that's constantly what you're taking and thinking about all the time, and your world revolves around you doing it. It's like an addiction. It's just like if you have a coke addiction or you have a weed addiction, like it's something that you always, weed really can't. You can be addicted, but you can't be addicted. But like if you're a functioning alcoholic, which, every time you see that person, if they have something in their hand, 9 times out of 10, it has some form of alcohol in it. That is an addiction.
Yeah.
And wanting and craving someone is something completely different, because when you first get started dating and being with someone, you have that inkling that you want to be with that person. But once you fall out of that, like your first year or so is more or less like a cuddling phase for you, because you're wanting to be around that person, you want to do this with that person and all this kind of stuff. But then eventually you're like, it dies down some.
For me, it comes in phases. It comes in phases. Like I said, for me, it comes in phases. Sometimes we always love each other, but sometimes we don't like each other. Well, sometimes I can say I don't like him. I can't speak for him, but sometimes I can say I don't like him. But at the end of the day, it's like my drive's still my sex drive. It doesn't change for him, regardless if, like, I don't. A 3 hours at a time sex drive, right? In saying that, it's like, what if we have sex for 3 hours one time and we might have sex for 15 minutes the next time? Like, does that make me not have a high sex drive? What actually, because in you saying an info, it's like, okay, I get it. It's constantly thinking about sex. But then when you said a high sex drive, it was like, that's like
addiction.
Right.
Yeah.
When you said high sex drive, you said like 3 hours at a time. Right. When you said high sex drive, you said, okay, for like 3 hours at a time. Well, what if one time I hit,
but it's not necessarily that.
3 hours.
But it's not necessarily.
I have experienced the 3 hours.
I have.
If I'm on the anniversary and I didn't, we on the cruise or something, and I didn't, I'm gonna try to get as much time in as I can.
I mean, but
after an hour and a half, that nigga better roll over and go to sleep.
Exactly.
But if it's really, really good, you don't want it to end.
Exactly passionate, right?
Shayla, you say after how long?
An hour and a half.
But
so does the hour and a half include just sex, or is that oral and sex? Is that a mixture of everything?
Right. Is it foreplay involved or what?
Well, that includes foreplay, all that.
Hour and a half. So how long
is all night,
Shayla? How long is the foreplay?
I'm not doing that shit all night. Okay,
you are boring.
We gotta go to work in the morning. You doing all of this? You working?
What, but wait. I'm just saying. Okay, it's the anniversary. You on a cruise, right? He done worked. He done paid for the cruise. He surprised you with the cruise. You gonna want to get you a few hours a piece up in there. You want to get your money's worth, right?
Listen, we can spend time together for a few hours, but I'm not fucking for a few hours.
Shayla. So you mean telling me that you're not finna sit up there, you're not finna put on a little striptease show, and then from the striptease show, because you can make that last for a good 25-30 minutes.
Yeah,
on
like
striptease shows. And then once you take
that's an hour and a half, Shayla. That's an hour and a half.
Comment up here.
All that is an hour and a half.
Put Kayla Graves comment up here.
Who's?
Kayla Graves.
She said 4 hours, bitch.
Girl.
4 hours.
I did the 3.5, and it was great.
Okay,
I
so
never did before.
wait, in sex drive, in a high sex drive, right? So just say you
I'm too
had
tight for that.
sex 3 times, like okay, just say like a weekend, right? You just was horny this weekend, the moon, the energy, whatever. This particular weekend, you was just like, you know what, your sexual energy was just high that weekend. So you
It
might have
depends
had
on my
sex,
cycle.
maybe like yo who?
My cycle.
So when you going through that, like so closer to your cycle, you're more or
Yes.
further. Okay, I get
Closest to my cycle time is time for me. I'm ready to climb walls. I'm ready to rip some stuff up. Yes.
So is that when you like? Is that when when women are more susceptible to be pregnant during that time as well?
Just 'cause
Down.
No, I'm asking. Like, would that be the same?
Shayla, you're gonna have to answer that because I'm a trans woman and I still have my other tools. So with me, with me, I have everything but the bleeding and all the stuff. I have the cramps. I have all that.
Girl, you got cramps? Listen. Ooh.
Really?
My cramps are horrible. I mean, I bend over.
I'm shut down for at least 3 days.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, there's been times that I cannot move. So
There's this water. It's called. It's the CBD water. I promise it does help with that because I have stomach issues really bad. Is there anyone on the panel who can have multiple orgasms? Yes. I'm not talking about we have to wait another hour or two for the next orgasm. I'm talking about back to back. Yes, at times I can do that, and there's times that I can't.
Well, that's where edging, I think that's where edging comes into play.
You said this is exhausting. How is that exhausting? That's experience. First of all, you have to know what you want to experience.
Let me say this. Now, we've had this, I don't want to say this exact discussion before, but there are certain things that I've never experienced because certain things I feel like you have to be with somebody that you're in love with to experience.
Yes.
Right.
Say it again, Shayla. Say it again.
I ain't fucking no nigga for 3 hours that I don't love.
Well, I'm married to that one. I'm married to that one. So that's the difference.
That's your ministry. I can't speak from that, bitch. I'm a stone cold.
Congratulations.
I'm recovering. Okay.
You say you a what?
I'm a stone cold savage, but I'm recovering.
She we're gonna work nasty,
and my heart is frozen, so it's gonna take a while.
Oh no!
You say your heart is what?
You say your heart is what? Because somebody's in the
my heart is frozen.
You gotta let go.
Why is your heart frozen?
Well, I'm sure it's unfolded.
It's not, girl.
I'm frozen.
Why is your heart frozen?
I talked to my baby about this. He knows. He knows what
when
I'm
your
about.
heart's not open.
It's gonna take a while.
Certain things, it's got to be that connection stuff, you know. It's
and I
that
have
chemistry.
I have to be mentally connected to you.
Correct.
So would you say you're more of a what you call them?
Universe.
Demisexual.
Pansexual. Are you more pansexual?
Who are you talking to?
I think wasn't it Xylan? Whoever said their heart was frozen.
Xylan.
Me.
Are you? That's why I'm saying. Are you more pansexual? It's like the energy of the person. You like that's what your whole attraction is at that person, or are you like it doesn't matter?
I consider myself bisexual, but I'm still attracted to trans men or trans women.
Okay.
That's fluid.
Fluid is still under the bisexual spectrum, though. So. Pansexual and fluid are still under the bisexual.
Talk about I'm telling folks business. Well, why? Say hi to everybody while you saying I'm telling everybody business.
Hey, Xavier, baby.
I can't see none of the comments, so I'm missing out on all the stuff. I just have to see what she puts up.
Good.
Hey,
everybody.
Xavier. How you doing?
Hey, Xavier.
I'm good.
You
Hey,
good?
Xavier.
Yes.
But yeah,
You
as
look
I
like
said,
you
I
look
told
like you hiding a
mommy
gallon
what
of gas right
this is
now.
about.
I am.
Oh, yes, Lord.
I am.
Medicated, properly medicated.
You be meditated. I'm high.
Well, y'all, we are at 3 hours and 20 minutes. And
And
I
we
do
still
have
ain't
to.
touched the rest of the topics.
Girl, I
No,
think
it was a whole bunch.
Girl, I think
But
we've done surpassed all that.
when Jessica started giving us some of them stories and stuff, baby, and I was just like, I didn't just,
I'm
I didn't know.
sorry.
Don't
No, it's not a
apologize,
bad
girl. I
thing.
learned
It
a
was
lot
just,
of stuff, girl. I'm just saying. Girl.
That's
and my
why,
co-host
and
is still
it's
gone.
sad.
Leander done gone.
That's the sad, right? I don't even have a man, so I
Oh,
guess
wow.
I scare them off. So
No,
they
you
can't.
still find the right one.
Well, Jessica, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Being that you experienced a lot.
Oh.
Oh.
Say it one more time, Shayla. Being that you did what?
A lot.
A lot. You've experienced a lot. Do you, when
Many,
you're
Shayla, many moons ago.
many moons ago.
I just want to know, when you're involved with somebody, do you show all of this when you first meet them, or do it take you some time to feed into that? Or
I don't tell them the stuff that I know. I always keep it as I keep it as like a card in my sleeve. So I never. The only thing that tells off on me is how I make a guy get there quickly.
See, for me,
yeah.
For me, I would prefer to know kind of like up front, like tell me to the boundaries of like where you gonna go, you know, where you think you might want to go. Tell me that up front so I know if we can paddle.
But the thing is, you not everybody's mature enough to handle all of that.
So 1 to 20.
Yeah, go ahead, Jasmine.
What is your freak number? 1 to 20.
Shit, 100.
Who you talking to me?
The panel.
Oh, I'm talking to Jessica.
Mine probably would be like a 19. The only thing I'm not gonna do is fluid unless it's some good payment behind it. And I'm not receiving it. And that's gotta be hard times. Now, that is what it is. Everybody got to think, if you gonna pay me to piss on you, I'm gonna piss on you. If you gonna give me $1 to piss on you, I'm going to do it.
I'm with Xavier.
Okay, Xavier.
Yeah.
That's how you made me sign them damn papers.
So, Jazz, what is your freak number then?
I'm a strong 20.
Oh.
And then with the right person, I could be a strong 105.
Hold on. How you go from 20 to 105? That's mathematics. That's about from 20 to 105.
It's a whole lot.
That's 85.
So I'm going to put it to you like this. Someone is supposed to be interviewing me. And if they don't, I'm going to get on here and tell my own story on my own platform. So
Leander's doing your interview.
Within the next month, y'all will know about it.
Okay.
I get what Jasmine is, because like with me, and I'm also with Eugene, there's 3. I don't do puke, I don't do shit, and I don't do piss.
the fuck?
Oh, and I'm not doing no fist. I'm not doing no fist. I'm not putting my fist in nobody's nose.
Before I would do now,
what
I would do. I would do a. I would do the wait. I would do the piss thing before I would do the vomit thing because the vomit thing is disgusting.
Wait. Let's be clear. Let's be clear on the piss. Let's be clear on the piss. I'm not receiving the piss. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm not going to do the piss. However, if there is a coin involved and I'm in a situation and you want me to piss on you, I'm gonna make that coin. Because I need to eat, I need to sleep, I got to make sure I got a roof over my head. And if me pissing on you is going to pay my rent, bitch, let's go. We piss.
See, I like me, the only way I could do it would have to be like a shower situation. So it could come straight off. Because if you pee on me, I'm about to pop in your fucking mouth. That's just like spitting. Don't spit on me. Well, take it back. I kind of like the little spit. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Get this girl off.
Okay, so my question though, well, not my question. I'm gonna just say this. Okay, so if you have a top that's hitting you right and you're on your back,
missionary.
Right?
I always got a top hitting me right.
You know, if they hit you just right, like you can pee on yourself, and
I have
not
done that.
Really, that you into it, but it happens.
Yeah, I've made that happen multiple times. Yes,
I had that happen to me for the first time.
Nobody's ever made me do it, but I've made several people do that.
I was embarrassed when the guy, me and him moved apart, and he said, "Look at you, what you did." I was dang. I was embarrassed about that.
But on the same token, like Shayla said, we've had this conversation before. I know how to orgasm at the other end too.
You did make me pee once. You did.
I gotta pee.
You
Lord?
did.
Wait,
Coco, what do you think about that?
Well, actually, I like a little piss play.
Girl.
You know.
Okay.
So and
We ain't surprised.
just to piggyback
Okay,
off
wait,
what you
so
said earlier,
does it have to be-
Jasmine, I actually ended up peeing on myself.
Damn.
Being hit,
Yes.
spread eagle. So that's what actually got me turned on to it.
Oh.
That was the
see,
first
does
time
it
I
have
ever
to
done
be
the split.
golden, or can it be clear? See, there's a difference for me
Jessica,
because,
what?
like, if we're gonna do fluids, it's gonna be clear fluids. You need to drink a lot of water. I don't want no, like, when I pee on you, it's gonna be clear. I'm gonna drink a lot of water. Ain't gonna be no yellow pee. Ain't gonna be no yellow liquor, and the coin's gonna be involved. Because I just like that pee is nasty. Like, okay, it's nasty enough.
Yeah.
Yellow.
I just don't want it in my mouth. That I haven't gotten that far yet.
Y'all just some pissy
Like-
ass.
Right, exactly.
Like me,
Tell your man to stop doing it.
like me, when it happened to me, he put me in a position. I never done the splits before, but he put me in the position to do the splits, and then that's when I released it because it was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
You did a split.
I did the split.
A whole split, Chinese split, or regular split?
The whole split. I did the whole split, and he hit me. He hit me just right where I just. Yeah.
You better split on that thing.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Right.
You
gotta
Doing all
detox.
them damn
You have to
acrobats
detox.
and shit. See, that's
Right.
just too much.
Shayla, but you know what? When you find, and see, he said, quit telling our love secrets. When I fell in love with him, and then we fall in love with each other again, and then we fall out of love. It's being truthful and honest about that shit that helps to marriage, because a lot of people don't be honest, that they feel like you always in love all the time. No, you ain't always in love, but it is the times that I do fall back in love with him that make me want to do all that acrobatic shit, that make me want to get a swing and swing off the damn chandelier and let him hit it in the right spot. It's
Hold
them
on,
times.
Jessica. Let me let Leander.
I want to do the same thing. I want him to do the same
Leander,
thing.
you have anything to say to this conversation?
Can y'all hear me? Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, baby.
You have anything to add?
Shit, I hope not.
Are you into water sports or into scatting or gagging?
Facial expressions is everything. Real facial expressions is everything.
So Shayla, what is your freak number? I didn't catch that.
It's 5.
From 1 to 25.
Because there's a lot of things that I'm just, like I said, I used to be a stone cold savage. A nigga asked me to do something. If I ain't into it and I don't like you like that, if we just fucking, I'm not doing that shit for you.
Again.
Oh, wifey.
Baby, that's you.
Wifey. Wifey. Internet wifey.
That is
internet wifey.
Baby.
Why would you put that on there?
Y'all hear me?
Why would you put that on there? Why? Why would you? I just want to know.
Okay. Y'all hear me?
Why would you put that on there? Why? Would you? I just want to know.
Okay. Y'all hear me?
Why would you put that on there?
Queen, I'm gonna have to put you in. Queen,
Pillow
I'm gonna have to put
princess.
you. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout for that, baby.
A pillow princess.
I love you there, but I'm gonna have to put you in timeout for that.
Now I ain't gonna say that I'm not lazy. I'm not gonna say that I am lazy.
I had to put you in timeout for that, baby.
The shit I ain't doing.
But would you consider yourself a pillow princess?
There we go.
I ain't gonna say I'm a pillow princess because sometimes I have my moments that I'm the one to call him in the middle of the night because I want to do something and I don't want you to touch me. Just let me do it.
Okay, so you can be aggressive and submissive. Okay.
Are you?
What the pillow princess? Wait.
Shayla, have you ever called the dude over?
Hold up. Have you answered how you need the answer, Shayla?
What you mean?
Because I have something to say after you get done with that.
About the pillow princess?
Yeah.
Or you talk about being lazy?
No. The whole statement. Okay, so it's like this. Shayla is an ally of ours, and I know we're all being really lighthearted with this. And I don't mind us saying, the fish terminology to us as in the community, but please let's not be offensive when we take and say something like that, because she's not only an ally, she's a friend of mine, and I will not have her being on my panel being disrespected. And I know I'm just trying to keep it cute and everything like that, but we don't do that here. We if we're joking around and stuff like that, that's something different. But when you're using all caps and trying to say something like that, and I apologize to you, Shayla, because I should not have put it on the screen. That was ignorance on my behalf. But me sitting back and looking at that, I'm sorry for that. But let's not do that. Like she's a friend not only of mine, but she's a friend of the community. So we're not going to take and use the fish terminology towards her. And I thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Damn it.
And I timed you out for that, Queen. I'm just letting you know that.
So, I mean, we can laugh, we can joke. We all have our opinions on everything like that.
I'm just going to be honest.
I'm not trying to make nobody feel like they're attacked. We're not doing that here.
Okay.
So if that offends somebody, then I guess I'll just have to lose that view or whatever. It's not that important to me, but I'm not going to have someone feel like they're being attacked. And the way that was put out, that was being attacked.
I'm sorry, Shayla, but that's why it was like when I read
so
it.
Please
it was
forgive me, Shayla, for putting that, even acknowledging that and putting that on the screen.
I have a question.
Well, I mean, I didn't really take offense to it, but I might have not. Sometimes stuff I let it blow over.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you know that we still gonna respect everybody on here, and that's just the way I roll.
Shayla, here go my question. Have you ever called Have you ever called dude over and actually, you know how they say, "Oh, I fucked her" or "I fucked him"? Have you ever just felt the need to call over and just be like, "I want some," just lay down and just take it? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I just said that. I sure will.
I came in like, girl, they worked me at the park.
Yeah, sure have. I come through. If I wake up about 3 something in the morning and I need to taste something in my mouth, then I'm gonna call him. And I don't want you to text me. And then when it's done, you get your ass up and get out.
Well, yeah, you a savage like I am. I love that.
That has happened. I think happened in New Orleans, and it was actually with a straight couple. Like they came to New Orleans. We somehow vibed. I don't know if he was singing, but they were like the most beautiful couple. It was their 5-year anniversary, and we just like magnetically. We was just walking around. Before we knew it, we ended up at their hotel. We did nothing with them. We didn't go upstairs in the hotel, but it was like, it happens to us all the time where we meet couples and the chemistry, and it's just a certain energy. But we do respect ourselves and we do respect boundaries in relationships. But
so,
yes, it happens all the time to us.
So with that being said, is it true that a couple that plays together stays together?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, because I've been in a situation where prior to being in, having nothing to do with my current relationship, my previous relationships, if you're not honest about what you're doing and you're playing together, and then you're not playing and you're not being honest and you're not being truthful, you break the trust factor. And if I can't trust you, for me, I can't mentally, I can't connect with you sexually if I can't mentally connect you, if I can't trust you, unless you just, at that time when I was a ho, had a fat ass, and it was just like, okay, it's just some ass to fuck tonight. And that's just what it was.
I got you, Coco. I wasn't meaning it either. I just wanted to express to everyone that was that's on here. Like we respect starts in the community and it spreads abroad. So if we're respecting each other, that's just the way that I conduct. So if I came off being a little harsh, I didn't mean anything by it. But everybody on here already know how I operate. Like I want to make sure that everybody's treated with respect. It's just like proper pronouns. I try to use proper pronouns, and I ask everybody to be respectful of each other's individual place. So I'm not mad, and Shayla's not mad. I'm just letting everyone know that it's a right way and it's a wrong way to joke with anyone, and that's not something that there's too many people have caused drama with the straight community for using the term of fish. So that's what I was trying to really convey. Let's not, get a whole something started over nothing, and it doesn't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
So no disrespect, and if they took it that way, then I apologize. But that's not what I'm not going to accept that over here. So with that being said, I think 3.5 hours is good enough for everyone. I do have to get
fuck off here.
Huh? Say what, Shayla?
I said, you said, let me get the fuck off here.
Well, I mean, because, okay, so the scenario that I've been painted, well, not painted, but I've been painted a couple times as me being a little shady, and I'm not trying to come off being shady. I'm just saying, we are sitting in here and we're fighting, saying that we want equalities and we want to be inclusive to everything that goes on, quote unquote, with the Black community. But how can we want to fight and be inclusive to stuff if we can't be inclusive when it comes to our own people? We have to recognize people that are there and standing in the fight and standing in the gap with us, instead of the people that are targeting and trying to fight against us. So that's why I've always said, and Shayla done been here from the jump. And do I not operate like this every time I'm on live, Shayla?
That you do.
And if I see somebody that I feel like is out of hand, and it's my opinion, because it's my shit. So if I see somebody on that I feel like is being out of hand, then it's my perspective to take into to cut it off right then and there. And I'm not upset and mad with Queen, and I hope and pray that she doesn't feel like that I'm upset and mad with her, because I'm not. It's just I want it to be known for anyone that's coming in that we're going to respect each other over here. And Shayla's not only a friend of the community, but she's a friend of mine, because we travel back and forth over numerous platforms, and we kiki ha ha laugh with each other. So it's not just something that I'm putting on a show right here, because it's not that serious. So that's the way it is with me, and I can only speak for me. And
Oh, she
Queen, be
apologized.
cool, baby. We ain't upset with you.
We
I
good,
just wanted,
Queen. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, I
yeah, we're
saw it and I
not.
was
Ain't
like,
nobody upset with you, baby. And please, if it came off like that, we're not doing. I'm not trying to say it to do that. I just want anyone that relooks at this video, or whatever, to see that we're standing together, and and we as a community have to stand together. So that's
Right.
all it
We
is. It's not that
understand.
I'm upset with you or anything, because I'm not upset with you at all.
Miss Queen, we love you, girl.
We love you,
Yes.
Queen.
So I'm
yeah,
gonna
we
get ready
love
to
you.
start getting up out of here. Coco, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Any final
Thank you
thoughts or
so much.
comments, or is there anything that you would like to take and plug? This is your opportunity, babe. Where they can find you at your Instagrams or anything.
Well,
Please
you
don't
can
bring up none of that sexual shit.
Coco Delicious. Starting up my YouTube page is also Coco Delicious, so you could be looking for that in the
Why I
making.
see in these comments?
Your freak
Why?
flag fly, honey. Let it fly.
Girl.
We're launching Silent X Radio. Silent X Radio is an independent artist station, actually on Chi-Chi's birthday, July 8th. So everything will be up and running, and we'll be live somewhere in Atlanta, I think, unless we go to New Orleans, which I'm not sure. But July 8th, we're launching Silent X Radio. And y'all can follow me or Silent X Radio everywhere at Silent X Radio, and me at I am _ J Eugene.
Xylent, you care to express what you need to express? It's your time. And
Okay.
then
Yeah. You gonna tell us if you pregnant?
Girl, first off, I ain't pregnant. First off, how am I going? Never mind. Let me shut up before I say too much. So you can find me on all platforms. Just kidding, just on Instagram at Xylent Artist, as it's presented on the bottom of my screen. That's where you can find me. Thank you for coming to the show. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and show how much you love this content and video. And that's all for me.
Jessica?
Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
I thought
yes,
she was.
we can hear you.
You can find me on Instagram, Jessica Northington, and you can also find me in the YouTube channel for Trans and Unified. It's just a bunch of coming out stories for transgender people.
Okay. Shayla, and before when Shayla leaves, then I'm gonna get ready to let people go. Coco, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Leander, you're stick around because I need to talk to you briefly for a second. Eugene, any last things, baby?
No, my last thing would be I love you all. Let's get together. Let's have peace. Like, spread more peace. I love seeing you all in the platforms that we share and we carry. And look for Silent X to launch.
And I hit you up on Instagram because I don't have your Twitter, but I hit you up on Instagram because
so please do me a favor, because I lost my phone, my business phone, and I'm so lost. Go to silentx@gmail.com. I will get it. I lost my phone about 4 days ago, and I'm when I say I'm so lost. But go to silentxradio@gmail, or right now you all actually could go to silentxradio.com and go through the contact page there. We're still working on the site, so don't get excited we launch on July 8th, but those are the two ways to get in contact with me. Or if you Instagram me on I am J Eugene, I'll get that quick. Anything else, it'll take time to get because I got to relog in to everything.
Okay. Alrighty. So Shayla and then my co-hostess after that. Zylet, I'm gonna drop you backstage. Stay there. Shayla, when you get done, I'm gonna drop you backstage. Stay there. So my co-hostess.
What's up, love? You can find me at the Savon Experience at gmail.com or on Instagram or Savon1111 on YouTube.
Okay, Karen.
Hold on there, Savon. She was gonna go there with you. Go ahead, Miss Shayla.
Hey y'all. Okay, so you can find me on Facebook at Shayla Orlean Davis, not New Orleans, not Orleans, Orlean Davis. Okay. All right. And I'm on Instagram as the official Honeydew. Honeydew is spelled HUNNIDU.
Okay, y'all. So I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for coming and joining us tonight. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join in with me and my panel for discussion tonight. I know tonight has not been the most energetic, but it's been very thought-provoking, and I hope you learned something, and I hope I picked up someone here to let them know that, just because you're into it does not necessarily mean that you're by yourself when you're into it. For my Cocoa Delicious, make sure you tune into Cocoa Delicious, and my Instagram is Miss Jasmine Divine, my same as my YouTube channel, and I do promotions and everything like that with people that I do have coming on there. So if y'all are looking for everything, don't forget that Leander will be with us on Tuesday at 8:00 for an open interview, talking about their experiences and their clothing line / tutorials on how to do that and the business management of it. So it's going to be a very in-depth look on that. The 16th, Mr. D Star will be in for his second part of his interview. I don't know where this is going to go, y'all. We're just going to have to sit back and relax and see exactly what the hell this is going to be all about. But I do appreciate that. And again, y'all, we are doing our part. Well, I'm doing my part. Can't stress about anybody else, but I'm doing my part for my whole situation with everything. And I want to make sure that we all are on the same page as far as the way that we talk and we communicate with each other and having respect for each other. And I appreciate everybody who has came in and has helped me get to where it is. And to Miss Queen, I appreciate what you do, babe. And there's no hard feelings. We have nothing but love for you, Coco. It's nothing but love for y'all. So make sure y'all check back with us. Erica, I do enjoy you being in the audience with us. D Star, as always, I love you. Silent Soul. I mean, child, I'm fucking up shit tonight, so you just have to overlook me tonight. I'm gonna have to eventually get you in here so we can get you on the cards and figure out what going on, especially with your lunch and your premiere and everything. And I want to talk to y'all about your edible line because I know I got a lot of potheads watching me too. Alexander Bloom. I'm not gonna go through the whole name, but I appreciate y'all. But at any rate, I enjoy everyone for coming in here. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night. And remember, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anyone else? Y'all have a great night. And don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe to my channel. Without you, there would be no me. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's